Ethel, what the hell's wrong with
Oh,
Junior?
by
Test,
the
test.
way,
Okay, that's working. Let's try back.
everyone,
Test, test. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry.
by the way, everybody who hasn't done it up to now, go into the cog in the top right of the Roll20 window, scroll to near the bottom, and disable voice and video.
No, it's 1772D or the big delete. Not Commissar Fiora's bus size. God. Besides, you've never seen her without her carapace armor. You don't know what her bus size is.
But I'm pretty sure that would probably be the nickname, right? It's the thing they say when Nikki's not around.
Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I will be running a charity live stream on the 18th, that Saturday. The charity is actually BabsCon's theme department. We need money to get 3 of us basically across the North American continent, myself included. So we will be attempting to raise said money. I doubt we will make it in one go, which is why we're going to hold another one in March and a final one the week before BabsCon in April. And hopefully we will make enough to get all the theme actors to the convention. It's not that BabsCon's not making enough money, it's that they didn't give us a big enough budget to include having to fly more than one person across the goddamn ocean. This stream is a tabletop RPG, Aaron, in which we will be playing Only War. And that chat
Fiaura fails miserably at killing a ratling with 10 wounds.
I haven't actually shot at you yet.
Yes, you have.
With artillery shells.
And the Chaos Bastards that missed because he's tiny.
Okay, fair enough. So, I'm going to go do the bookkeeping real quick, and then we're going to figure out whose characters are all involved with today's session. Where is my Only War shenanigans? Only War. Okay.
There we go. I just narrowed it down. F Trooper for Warhammer 40K.
So here we have attendance, everyone. This is week 5. So we have Arcturus is here. Derek is here. Crimson is not. Durgis is here. Tom is here. Eddie is here. Jens is here. Savad is here. Sophie is not. Willie Call is not. Dania is here. And Linzavi, are you actually playing or am I just fucking with myself?
Every fucking time. You butcher my name in some new magical way.
There. I just posted it in the chat. And I am the Imp of Nurgle harassing them.
I am literally just fucking with you, Dana, every single time. I keep coming up with new ways to pronounce your name just to screw with you.
I will freeze all of your soft drinks.
I could actually re-scramble Dana's name and call it Diane.
I mean, the next saying of it was going to be Diana. Oh,
See, I'm going to invade your house, and I'm just going to put all of your soft drinks in the freezer.
Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oddly specific revenge.
Okay, we have 8 people here. I normally only accept 5.
Well, a good place to start would be to eliminate the guys that were in the session 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like the Ogren who took 29 wounds.
Okay, so Tom is in the hospital. So Tom is here but not playing. Arcturus would be playing today. Derek will be playing today. Eddie will be playing today. Zavad will be playing today.
Woo! We have a healer.
That leaves one more that I can pick from.
Am I in the hospital?
Shot to shit.
You're in the repair shop.
How much corruption would he have from having the Nurgle rot? We never did decide that.
So Tom's Ogren is in the hospital having his brain redone. And being medically treated.
The only problem is you got to get through the bone to get the bone implant in.
Yep. Without drilling all the way through.
Anybody else's character in the hospital and out of commission? Yes or no?
I mean, they'd probably miss everything if they try to draw all the way through an open skull.
Well, Winter could be in the hospital. Depends on how much time passed, because she could be up in as quick as like 2 days,
It's been
depending
2
on how
weeks.
the Medicaid worked.
I would just at 0 damage or 1 wound, I believe. So I should be able to participate if I have to. Plus,
You're
I
just
have-
coming out of the hospital and you're still down 4 wounds.
I could participate if you need it. I do have the survival abilities of a cockroach, you know.
Alright, so I'm gonna put. I'm gonna be really nice this week. I'm gonna put everybody but Tom in, simply because Tom's character doesn't have a chance of being in at the moment since he's like shot to shit.
And I don't feel the greatest.
Please
Fair
become a
enough.
Bonade.
You can still make random Ogren jokes if you so wish.
Okay.
Still, you probably still have your combi with you.
Yeah.
And you will receive the customary 200 XP for showing up.
200? I thought it was 100.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
give you
100.
200 this week because I'm being nice.
Yeah.
Don't argue
Don't
with it.
stretch it.
No questions.
God, what do we who are actually playing then have in store for
Okay,
us?
so-
Just giving 200 to observers.
This is your military outpost. These buildings are barracks, as is this longhouse building down here. This is This is a temple to the emperor. This is a firing range, which is why it's got the extra sealed off area. And several of these buildings are mess halls, company stores. This down here is actually the hospital. Where are your characters at the moment?
Winter will be in this room.
Go ahead and put them on the map. And if you need to know what a building is, please ping it.
Would there be a good place where Ivan can work on his drawing?
On your drawing?
Yes.
Probably over here in the company square.
Who said they were drawing? I have a very good model face, you know.
No. He
God, the numbers
yeah,
well stopped
for-
already.
He asked for a best quality pen so he could draw a pinup girl on his multi-laser, and he is doing
Please tell me that the commissar is drowning right now. I'd be willing to help him.
He's drowning in the
where-
command moat.
So where is the hospital again?
There my character is.
Where Hetty is.
Because I figure as the squad medic, I'm probably volunteering at the hospital.
Well, I
just for
mean,
extra practice.
Where's the mess?
yeah, because the commissar should
Oh,
be getting
in
fitted
your
for a new
pants,
leg.
that's where the mess is.
Mess hall, not the mess, not the hot mess. Thank you very much.
So how is my new leg?
Being built.
Well, it's been built. I'm just kind of prodding it with a stick to make sure it's not going to explode on us.
It's a very good test, I guess.
By the way, did you lose your left leg or your right leg?
The right one, I believe.
Teddy, change the feet.
Hetty, what?
change the feet. Give
Yeah,
him
get-
left feet.
Change the artificial foot for a left foot. So he's got 2 left feet.
So then he can't dance.
Oh, that hurt.
So everyone,
Ah.
just so you're aware, the commissar is called a briefing in exactly 1 hour. What are you guys up to in the meantime?
Well, like I say,
I'm
I've been volunteering at the hospital, and unbeknownst to most people, slightly tinkering with my weapon so that it fits to my shoulder better to improve my aim.
During your volunteer stuff at the hospital, you notice that there are a couple of civilians in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
It turns out they are the equivalent of space gypsies who ride along with the fleet and attempt to peddle their wares. They apparently came down with the ground assault to sell stuff to troopers and were injured in the process.
I do not let the space gypsies get near me. I do not trust them.
Damn.
What kind of things are they selling?
Especially the children.
Trinkets, a couple of Aquillas. There's a, chronographers, Aquillas. A couple of them have some quote lucky charms ranging from what looks like a grenade pin necklace to a las carbine barrel decorated up as a fishing rod.
That's actually kind of cool.
Noble
Okay.
shells. Well,
What
empty
kinda-
bolt cases.
What kind of size is the Aquillas they're offering?
They have a couple ranging as small as like a ring you put on your hand, a couple necklaces, and 2 the size of a person.
Wow, that's a bit of a range in size.
What are they asking for the ring? Because I think that'd be kind of cool. Just to punch someone in the face and the Aquila be in the head.
He looks over at you. What do you want to offer?
Not to incinerate you with a multi-laser.
I am a citizen of the
Oh.
Imperium. You know, I kind of am not supposed to be incinerated on sight.
You're also on a chaos world with no proof that you're loyal or traitor.
Good point. 20 thrones?
I could just say I saw what you doing. Okay, that's reasonable. Does my character actually have money?
You
Yes.
can say recap.
Oh, but we do have money? How much?
I'm having recap right now.
At this point, you guys would have, after 7 weeks in the unit, all of you starting out as, except for those who have been promoted, you'd have about 200 thrones.
We get paid
Well-
for doing this?
You get a small supplement that to pay you in the event you need to pay random citizens for objects.
I will pay 20 thrones for the nice little ring.
Those of you who've been promoted, you will have slightly higher paychecks next session.
I've been promoted twice.
I know. The Ogren's going to be like, what do I do with money? And then they're going to introduce the Ogren to hookers.
No. Mama said don't play with those.
And hookers won't take the Ogren.
Yeah,
So,
depends how
even
much
the
money
droid
you
girls
got.
go.
There's a
We got what the
pretty
people in the
restrictions
hospital
on
are
how
doing.
much a hooker can take.
Who is the person on the firing range?
That would be me, Boris Grimblood, the
And what are you
stormtrooper.
doing out there?
Well, seeing how I got a red dot laser for my Hellgun, I've been testing it out to see if it aligns properly. And, leveling mountains in the process.
Well, leveling concrete blocks that you then have to put up new concrete blocks. Sometimes even having to mix them yourself in order to get more targets. And there is a tech priest there with a commissar basically telling you when you can and when you cannot fire that thing,
No. But
so
I
that
just
you
wanna
don't
change
blow out the back of the wall.
I just want to change the topography around the base a bit.
All right, what is our priest doing in the temple?
I am tending to anyone in the regiment who needs confession or purity checks or anything like that, and handing out some of my inspirational artwork to them.
You have a long ass line.
Or just
Oh, I'm
burning those.
Matter of fact, across from the temple, oddly enough, like if you go right over to here, the soldiers have set up a gambling hall that the officers are turning a blind eye to. So it's literally like you have confession and stuff as you see more people walking out of the gambling hall to get in line.
Hey, it's bar, strip club, church, bar, strip club, church, bar,
Strip club church.
Bars.
It's just like Tennessee.
Yeah, I was like,
What-
say, are you
What's
describing
the
this house
buy-in
or
for the
what?
gambling hall?
Bar, strip club, liquor store, church.
Gun
The
shop?
buy-in is 40 thrones to get in the door.
Wow, they're on a good rig. You sure it's not being run by a ratling?
It's called a monopoly.
I didn't say it wasn't being run by a Reckling, and it is called a monopoly. The officers were going to bust it and said, you know what? No, you can have one. Anybody else starts up one, and that one gets fucked up. And then yours gets fucked up too. So this one has been maintaining the monopoly by going around and telling the other gambling rings that if they don't come into the gambling hall with them, they're going to tell the officers and get everybody busted.
But wait, here's a question. Do the officers get a cut, or is it just out of the goodness of their heart?
King Bronze. I live in Tennessee. That's not entirely true. Okay, so now that we have what everyone is doing, did I miss anyone? Has anyone who's in this week not put their character on the map?
I have been doing in the hospital while recovering.
Okay.
I've been thinking about what proof I have that it's my squad mate's fault for not charging the enemy and getting me hurt. What proof do I have?
Well, considering I think the Ogre was in the trench before you, I don't think you've got a leg to stand on.
Considering the Ogre was in the trench exactly 2 rounds before you, and considering that your squad was laying down suppressing fire to allow you to get up to the trench, you have no proof that it's their fault.
I must search harder. Also, how does my new leg look?
Ray.
It looks great with the high heel on it. It's a woman's leg.
It's black and gray. It looks very mechanical and definitely unsightly whenever you take the pants leg off. As your biological part of your leg that's still left is not yet fully healed, and so there's a lot of red and color distortion where it meets the new cybernetic leg.
You got a hell of a bruise there.
On top of the fact that it's a bit loud and clunky, but it works.
How is my greaves attached?
The same way they are normally.
Yeah, you just attach them the same way you would to a biological leg.
So they haven't got wheeled to it. Okay, good to know.
Panzer Zavad, what are you doing?
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Noise.
Any other questions or anything else anyone wants to declare before I give the spiel I have to give every stream, and then we begin the briefing you've all been called to?
Could I have some interaction with Hedy? I'm trying to search him out in the hospital after I get up.
Sure, you go find him. And you two talk. I'll be right back.
What do you want? I've got patience to see.
I want to shake your hand and thank you for likely saving my life.
Okay,
It's my job, you know. It's kind of what I do.
Well, Aaron brings up a point.
You're lucky that I caught it in time, otherwise it would have been the bullet.
Right,
I still say
Does Commissar Fiaura actually know how I am helping inspire morale?
So,
Yeah. Just
I
doing my
don't
job.
think so.
The Emperor thanks you for your service, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a patient over here who I'm not sure if it's a bullet hole or a burn hole in his lungs, but it's nasty, whatever it is.
just for clarification, Hedy, it's an acid burn.
It's an acid burn, is it? Okay.
I was going to say, knowing Slanesh, you've probably raped through the.
Oh no, we're in Nurgle territory, aren't we? So. Yeah.
We're Chaos Undivided territory, so it could be any of the 4. Really.
So does anyone else wish to do anything before you go to the briefing?
I asked the tech priest slightly realign my laser to my specification. That's about it.
Get that las cannon away from my head.
And all of us slightly trained to hear that.
Hey now, King Bronze, ask nicely. Don't be mean about it. If you're gonna be the bot, you gotta ask nicely. In the meantime, I suggest everyone head to Commissar Farragate's briefing, unless you have something else you need to do beforehand.
Where is she? Oh, where is she? Oh, never mind. I see her.
I
Did we
throw a salute.
confirm? Did we
Throw a
confirm the
salute to the
purchase
commissar.
for buying the gypsy?
Do what?
Do we confirm me buying the ring?
Yes. You now have
Okay.
you now have a good luck charm, which means that for those who don't have a good luck charm, they're the ones who get rolled on for random things to happen to when I have to pick somebody. You are exempt from the roll,
Yay!
both good and bad.
Yeah. Well, knowing
I should
good,
have
it's like,
I should have kept a piece of Heddy's first character's body.
Durgis, will you
That
be
would
joining
be
us for the briefing, or are you staying in the
slightly
hospital?
Oh, yeah.
Jens, that would be slightly weird. I may
So-
have to execute you for heresy.
Please, yes, 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 yes.
As you all come in, Fiaura is not looking at a map of the planet at all.
Oh god.
On the planet are star charts. You see several red marks and what look like some miniatures of orc rocks. And before I begin the briefing, please, guys, if you're having a good time, please hit the like button. If you're not having a good time, hit the dislike button. I kind of need your feedback. If you would like to
And
support
check
the
out-
channel, I need to make that stream tip goal to pay the rent. We haven't made one in a week. Ow, my face. But need to make that goal. Also, that means you guys get more artwork. I have to wear sweet, cute looking ears that move around. It's actually quite entertaining. And you guys get to pick my clothes for tomorrow, as well as the next live stream. And go check out our sponsor, Kitsuga. I just wrote an article for them about Blood Bowl getting a legendary edition. In the meantime, back to the briefing. So as you're all looking at the star chart, you begin to see that she's apparently looking at what appear to be giant orc rocks with what look like houses on them moving towards the planet. And we're moving towards a planet.
Oh boy.
No, we're fucked.
And she looks up and goes, yeah, they
How did they get here?
we don't honestly know. Do you know how orcs travel through the warp? Because I would like to.
I'll shut up now.
It doesn't matter. We'll kill them when they land. We'll crush them like the
Ivan
insignificant beings that they
raised-
are.
Oh, Ivan will raise his hand and guess space magic.
War Boss Man Renderer, God, what a name, has followed us here from the Haven of Volk. He has been tailing us for over 6 months and has decided now is the time to reveal himself, and is on the way here with a small orc fleet.
So, in other words, he's bored.
What is
Then we
the
can destroy them in space. We have spaceships.
is it a full blown war or is it just his warband being bored?
We don't know. At present, we've only detected 2 orc cruisers and a single orc heavy cruiser. We,
you
however,
have-
are not going to risk it one way or the other. As such, I have come up with a bold and insane plan.
Only in the finest
Only kind
Fiaura
of plan.
tradition.
The Emperor bless your vision.
We will be boarding transports and destroying the orc ships via a boarding action under the guise of stealth, as the orcs still have to cross this asteroid field here, just outside of our current situation, in order to get to us. We will use that time to slip transports into the asteroids of Malar 13, wait for them, and upon their arrival, as they have to pass through these asteroid fields. Yes.
I will hug
And
you.
before you ask,
Kiss you.
yes, the asteroid
Exactly,
field
not
is
necessarily
spherical
in that
around
order.
the planet, so that you don't think they can just go up or down. Nice try. Also, everyone give Jason a hug, a kiss, and a slap. Bam! Thank you, sir.
Yay, Jason.
We've already figured out exactly the course they're going to take, which is straight at us. It's the orcs, after all. And we are going to board and ambush them on their own ships, disable their engines, and leave them in the asteroid field to die. Any questions?
What equipment are we being equipped with? And how soon are we leaving?
You'll be equipped with vacuum suits and your jetpacks, and we'll be leaving in. She looks down at she looks over at her left hand that doesn't have the power fist on it. 5 minutes.
I look over to the priest and ask Fiaura, who is in command of this mission?
Not you.
Squad snickers at that one.
Entire squad laughs.
At
Worry not,
present,
the Emperor
oddly
will guide
enough,
us
the
well.
highest ranking person in this room besides me is the medic.
Okay.
I stare at the medic.
I will do my best, man.
Please do remember that you need to secure your landing zone and make sure the orcs don't know where it is so you can leave.
So, how are we actually boarding the orc rocks? Are we being taken in by transports, or are we jetpacking across from a fixed position?
You'll be taking a transport right up to the rock, at which point you'll be jetpacking across when you find a suitable entrance.
Okay.
Your transports have been coated in beryllium stealth glitter, which will prevent the orc sensors from detecting you. Unless they're looking out of the windows, they won't see you.
The orcs have
Rocks have
sensors?
windows.
Do we believe the orcs have many windows on these rocks?
No.
Could we not just break a window if they have one?
If you
It would
have
help
to,
with
yes.
the-
Do be careful if your vacuum suits are punctured too many times. There's only so much gray film that can fill a nanite suit before it becomes useless. The gray film she's referring to is a nanite-like paste that will fill the holes in the suit.
after
Suit.
Fiaura's heart and attention.
Eats more popcorn as they wonder if they should try plasma cutter on his head. You know, knowing an Ogren's head, Tom, they've probably already tried the plasma cutter and it's not really worked, so they're like,
Oh no, they're down to the melter guns right now. They're like,
Can I just say, who was suggesting the requisitioning the laser cutter in pre-stream?
Actually, that was me. That was the stormtrooper. So I guess we could still try.
beryllium
requisitioning.
glitter. Okay, so for those who don't know, beryllium glitter is manufactured on several manufactorium worlds in which it is basically space dust that is scattered over a object that causes sensors to bounce in a direction away from their origin. This makes you virtually invisible for a short time in space. By short time, I mean until you accumulate other space dust that is not beryllium glitter, which takes about a week. So it's useful in short bursts.
so like a mission's
Sounds cool.
only gonna take a few hours. Okay.
But if you really want to think about it, then just imagine a Valkyrie with legs dancing on a stripper pole.
That's actually a pretty good image.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
Not a Valkyrie as in the Norse Valkyrie. No, I mean like an Imperial Guard aircraft.
That is not such a good an image.
Can it have the Valkyrie painted on the side too? I mean, why not?
Yeah, especially if they're from Valhalla or something.
Exactly. Oh, and the engines of the Valkyrie are its boobs. Here's an image for the day. Have fun.
Ivan will get on to drawing that.
Okay. Anybody else
Ivan
have
Emol
any
internet
questions for the
today.
commissar?
How will the gravity fields within the rock affect our weaponry.
You assume the orcs have gravity.
Will we be allowed to have mag boots if we're fighting in 0G or low
Your
gravity?
vacuum suits come with mag boots, dear. Have you never been in a vacuum suit?
Nope, I'm a ground pounder.
Well, guess what? Now you're a space pounder.
It sounds oddly sexual.
I was trying to work that one into a comment, but couldn't quite make the mental gymnastics.
Enjoy pounding
Really
space.
need is the ogre to go surrender.
Oh no! No, Ivan actually says that with the. He's a simple man. He just outright says it. That sounds oddly sexual.
And Rune Dragon says he has a new fetish.
The Valkyrie strippers, or
Does anybody want to make a request for that laser cutter, or are we going together?
I guess I can. I still have the 10 points, and that actually fits the laser cutter.
What sort of what quality craftsmanship is the void suits?
Standard, if we're lucky.
They're good quality.
Ooh.
Ah, that's.
You're expected to
doesn't
go
the
onto an orc
Minotaur
heavy
like
cruiser as a small team and disable its engines.
What's our exfiltration plan?
You'll
My
move back to your
mama.
infiltration point, signal your Valkyrie, and hope it hasn't been blown up.
Yeah, that last part, I have a feeling that even if we do everything right, that's not going to work out.
Have faith.
Well, we better be quick about it then.
I have a question. Since it was brought up earlier, could Ivan make an awareness chest to guess are the commissar's bus sized?
Wait, what's your perception?
42 plus he's got awareness.
You can make a perception test.
Oh dear.
Difficulty minus 15 because of the carapace armor.
If he rolls,
Barely miss it. Barely miss it. Darn.
You're unsure.
Darn.
Does he get a ballpark at least, or?
No, actually, he gets this idea that she might have huge kazunkas or might be a flat chest. He can't really tell because of the way the carapace armor keeps moving.
She can be
I
anything
wonder-
between a tankette and a mouse.
I wonder if I rolled 100, would he have been shot?
Okay,
might have-
Von Holtz just put the best image out.
But yes, can we
The
in that
ogre
case?
on a stripper pole.
Can we?
Oh.
God no. It's not in image spam, luckily so far.
I know.
Where's the brain bleach image I uploaded earlier?
Not enough. There's nowhere. Never enough.
Not enough bleach for that.
No, that was fairly mild.
Hydrochloric acid.
Nah, you need phosphoric acid for that one. Or others.
What's the one that eats through anything?
Orthophosphoric was it, or? No, that's the stuff they put in Coca-Cola.
It's called a snotling, right? Yeah.
Anyways, Colonel Commissar, ma'am.
Yes.
Could we requisition a las cutter for this mission?
It might be a good idea to go see if you can get one.
Where would we go about? And
Where
whose hands do we
where
have
did
to
you
wrench?
say the supply buildings were?
Yep.
I wonder, are the void suits mission assignment gear? Because we could roll badly on that.
That's the supply
Shush.
area.
Okay.
It would be hilarious to be assigned this mission and then the Ministorm screws up the roll.
It's probably.
Hedy, do you want to come with me so I have a commanding officer?
Also, how did Hedy end up being the highest ranking?
Because he got promoted 2 ranks last mission.
Yeah.
Just so he'd be higher ranked than you.
Yeah. Literally.
The commissar does not like commissars.
Your character should remember that. He got promoted the same episode, the same thing you shot me, I think. Isn't it? When you got promoted to
Yeah.
special
So who wants to
spot?
make the roll for the laser cutter?
What do we need to roll?
Well, I've still got my 20 supply
You
points.
need to roll a D100 and roll under 32 according to the chart.
Okay.
I have to wonder why you didn't.
I've still got 20 supply points, if that helps.
I mean, I have 10, but that's not the point. I guess we need to roll for chance. Do we have any bonus on a rank or being a stormtrooper or anything?
That is your total bonus.
Okay. Harry, do you want to do it or should I?
You're the one that's going to be carrying it. I'm just here to offer moral support.
You can. Thank you very much. Rolling the dice, we have a 37. Fuck me.
You're given a plasma torch with a single canister of juice.
How much will this lag be good for, and what can it cut?
And will
It can cut through most metals. However, it's only really good for about 2 or 3 uses to cut a person-sized hole, at which point it'll kind of be useless.
Okay, and what's the thickness of metal it can cut?
At most, about a half an inch.
Half an inch, so that's 1.27 centimeters.
That's 2.7 centimeters.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Anyway, any other questions
Thank
before
you
you
very
depart?
much, Monitorum, for this cock up as always.
Hey, if we come across some kind of door, it might be useful.
Yeah, but if we come across 4 doors, then we're fucked.
So everyone, your trip out into the asteroid belt is quiet. The pilots are dead silent because they firmly have thought that we were on a suicide mission. It
We
takes
might
a
not be
while,
far off.
and you're sitting in the asteroids when the pilots cut off the power. The Valkyrie goes dark and begins to drift. You hear you feel a bit of a tug as the pilots have extended a magnetic coil with a heavy rope attached, i.e. a what's it called? A cable attached to it, in order to anchor you guys to the nearest asteroid. And you're sitting there just rotating in space with it.
Anybody bring a deck of cards?
I brought some alcohol, but it's mine, and you can't have it.
No, I got this instructional data slate titled
Your vacuum
Stealth by
suit's the
Killing
only
Everyone.
thing keeping you alive from the depths of space.
Anyone got an Elho stick?
It won't light here.
Oh, you want a low stick to smoke?
You notice the inside of your transport. Oh shit!
My demeanor is addict, so you know.
Really, you're gonna do that now? You
Trying
notice
to
the
smoke
inside of
inside
your
the
ship.
Weren't there a restriction on low sticks in the regiment?
No. Low sticks are allowed. They're one of the few legal
drugs.
They help relax the soldier.
Fiaura said they weren't allowed in by Fiaura.
Smoking is not allowed.
Except if it's Obscura or Friend Zone or, you know, some of the good stuff.
Anyway,
not on board. Well,
Smoking is bad. Do crack.
Yeah, smoking is bad. Do crack. That is the policy.
Well, isn't Friendzone more like meth?
Kinda, yeah.
Friendzone really isn't even used that much by the Imperium anymore, except for maybe
Penal colony. Yeah, Penal Legions.
In the meantime, you're floating in space. The inside of your transport is cascaded over with ice as the atmosphere is frozen.
Uh-oh.
You can see out the windows
Frosty.
when a giant, dark shadow looms over your transport.
Hey.
The pilot comes over the comms. That's the escort ship. Several grueling seconds pass by. People are breathless and dead silent. Unless you just want to be that asshole.
Ivan is going to sing "What Do You Do with the Drunken Voidsman?"
What do you do with the drunken voidsman? What do you do with the
Is
drunken
anybody
voidsman?
attempting to silence him?
Nope.
We're in vacuums.
No, but
and the
I
I'm
others
will
going
can't
to
hear it.
glare at
for
him
myself.
with my commissar glare.
You're in a void suit. He can ignore it.
Yeah, he probably can't even see you unless he's actually looking directly at you.
Oh god, go into the image spam.
I turned down whatever channel he's singing on and let him get on with it.
The pilot holds there for a few more moments, and the shadow is completely past. You feel the ship judder, and hear the engines roaring to life as the ship starts to move. Suddenly, another shadow passes overhead, and you look up to see the side of the massive orc cruiser now blocking the view of the sun.
Cruiser, no less.
That's Cruiser. Kroozer.
Cruiser.
At this point, I probably make movements towards a seat and strap myself in.
The stream tip grenade has
So
been
we're probably going
armed.
to be moving
5 seconds until detonation.
Okay,
The
Devanor, I have a
stormtroopers.
couple questions for you. First off, did you tip that amount because it was my football number when I was in high school? And if you know that, how the fuck do you know that? Second, I will remember to change your nationality to Norwegian tonight when I go to record. I had a note set aside for notes of things to do for XCOM. And third, I don't want to be Advent. Please no.
Well,
As you break
Even
the
though
stream
it's a
tip,
psyker.
don't you put the batteries in here? Yes.
So
You're dead right now. I need new batteries. I have to go get batteries next week. In the meantime, you're approaching the cruiser slowly as you feel the engines cut off and the pilots come over. Okay, we're only going to get one pass at this. Please tell me where you want me to set you down.
Engines, I guess, if we need to disable them, might be the best idea.
He goes,
Yeah,
engines. Setting you near the engines is not an option. There's too much chop from the exhaust. I can either set you near set you near the sensor array. We can put you on the front of the ship, and you can cut your way in from there, or I can do the most suicidal thing possible.
Launch base, I'm guessing in that case, or
Landing in the orc launch base. Yeah.
the stormtrooper votes for the sensor array because if we screw it up, then they can't shoot at allies. So even if we fail, we can sabotage that part of the ship.
yeah, I was
I
thinking.
wonder, can I
Sentinel,
make a Tactica Imperialis roll on this?
I guess we could all make it, then we all have common law war.
Well, actually, he gets to make the decision because he's the commanding officer, but I guess...
Almost got my roll this time.
Well, actually, I have basic Tactica Imperialis as well.
I'll say we all should have, but where is it? I don't actually seem to have it.
No,
The Tactica Imperialis isn't something everybody has. It's a specialist skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can
what
we
should
do
we
a
roll
common law
for the
war?
Tactica?
We could do common law war. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a common law warp at my full 40 intelligence.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, as the one
I have
actually in
no idea
charge.
what to do.
Yeah, no.
I suggest the sensor arrays.
Ivan says, let's just go and shoot them till they die.
So,
Good for you, Ivan.
where are we landing you lot?
He's 26 intelligence. He's not bright.
I'm going to say sensor array. That way we can knock the sensors out straight away, and hopefully that'll increase our transport's chance of surviving. If they don't know it's there, they can't shoot at it.
Well,
The
they're
pilot
orcs, they can
nervously
just
goes,
shoot the
okay.
fuck out of things.
Beginning approach. You feel the engines roar back to life. The ship shakes a little bit. And just as the light turns yellow, the whole ship shakes. and not in the good kind of way. The sudden.
I asked the pilot what happened.
The door in front of you shears off.
Well, that's not good.
Bye-bye,
Pilot goes,
pilots.
"We've been hit! We've been hit! They noticed us! Fuck!"
Weapons ready. Get ready for the hot drop.
I pull up my multi-laser.
Suddenly, the transport turns towards the orc ship as the engines go dead. I've got no control here, so we're gonna crash into it. I suggest you jump out soon.
Yeah, I motion everybody towards the door, telling them to get out.
Move it.
Question: how does this work with relative velocities in space?
Do you
other
honestly
words,
want the answer? Because in short, basically, you guys are going to make a jump pack roll to see if you can make it onto the ship or if you're going to fly off into the void.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not there.
If you guys had picked anywhere but the sensor array or the Dhaka Central Command, I could have you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. But you picked to go as close to the sensor array as possible, and they detected you.
Does my good luck charm protect me?
Your good luck charm does not protect you from having to make this roll. If you fail the roll, you fly off into the void of space, and we will find out if someone finds you or if you're going to die a very slow, cold death.
Yay.
Well, at least all of us have trained in the
So at the last few moments
Operator
before
autogun.
impact into the orc ship, the pilot manages to veer his controls hard so that all of you are now pointed out the door, and unless you are making a concerted effort to hang on, you're being ejected from the transport at the orc ship at high velocity.
Now we all operate aeronautics.
Yeah, we do. We're a drop regiment, so.
Operate your jump packs.
Yeah, we're going for it.
Pray there's a god.
What's the roll we need to make?
There is. She doesn't care though.
You need to make an operate jump pack roll.
I make it with 1 degree.
So
So
make it by 2 degrees.
Wait, what's
Or
this
is it
going against?
3?
What's this actually going against?
agility.
Agility plus your skill training.
Agility plus your skill training. You're
I'm
in
gonna
a
have to
drop
spend-
unit. Do you not have this skill?
We have,
We do,
all
we have the
the
basic
skill
already,
up
yeah.
trained.
we all
Yeah,
have
you
basic aeronautica, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only basic.
So make an agility test and hope there's a god.
I'm gonna have to spend a fate point.
The God Emperor is on my side.
So, I'm gonna say if you guys make 5 degrees of success, you can pick one person and therefore grab that person if they fail their roll. So far, you've got 3. Did you fail, Hetty?
I failed.
Oh boy.
As did I.
Mine was against 35, and I've got no fate points to roll.
Yeah, mine was against 40. I have no fate point.
I rolled against 43 and succeeded. Do I get to grab anybody?
Hang on. I said you have to net 5 to grab one person.
Okay, then I don't.
Actually, Dirt just makes it where you guys net 6. You can pick one person who's going to fly off into the depths of space and save their life.
I have the multi-laser save me.
So,
I'm the stormtrooper. I can take the punishment and kill people.
at present,
And I have the cutting
Morris
torch.
and Stubbs, your commanding officer and your secondary stormtrooper, are flying off into space.
Hey, don't call me
Dirges has
secondary.
managed to right himself and can fire his vacuum suit's built-in hook to grab one of them.
I'm not a stormtrooper, I'm a heavy weapons.
There's only one stormtrooper. Don't
Right,
call me
so the
secondary.
heavy weapons guy. I apologize.
With the only Volkite multi-laser.
So, Dirges, do you save the person in charge or the heavy weapon? Do you save the medic or the heavy weapon?
The one weapon that's more powerful than yours.
But can you shoot it?
I have like 40, almost 50 weapon skill.
I'm
I mean
trying
ballistic
not to
skill.
Oh, I mean ballistic skill. 42 ballistic skill plus. I have
Jens,
all
you're
the
not listening. It's
stuff
a
that
net of 5 between everyone.
I know, but I could add.
I
could
added
add
them
2
up.
degrees
You
of
have
success
6.
with fate point.
I added it up. You have 6. Durgis has the most degrees of success, so he gets the choice. Who do you want to save, Durgis?
What are my options again?
Hetty or Panzer's characters? The medic or the guy with the heavy weapon?
No, it's mine, Derek's. The heavy weapon.
Derek. Oh yeah, it's Derek it's Derek or Hetty. It's the heavy weapon or the medic. I apologize.
Well, seeing how I see it is the medic saved a life last time.
He did.
The medic would be more beneficial.
And if you save Hedy, then the commissar is not in charge.
Okay. So Hetty, as you're flying off and you realize you're gonna miss, you feel something hit the side of your suit, and you look down and see this little magnetic clamp against your belt, and see Durgis reeling you in towards the rock.
Poor Derek. He's flying.
In the meantime, does anyone wish to
He's like a
burn
fly.
a fate point to save Derek's heavy weapon specialist?
Winter will
I
burn a
really
fate
need
point
to know
for it.
if I get
Wow.
the 3.
Really? Like just dropping everything and go, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I will. I mean,
Well, why not? Why
for
don't
the
we
team.
have the commissar who has 4 fate points and way
Yes.
more than everyone else to burn one?
The greedy commissar.
You have
because he
4
wouldn't
of
do
them.
it.
You have
Why
4
are you
of
so
them.
why are you so insistent on volunteering? Also, Fiora, did I roll did I roll 2 degrees or 3 degrees of success?
It doesn't matter. You guys didn't get 10 net, so Durgis has 3.5.
Oh, beloved audience, do you think
Actually,
this will be
Durgis
the mission
almost
that
has
kills
4.
the group?
I can use a fate point to add a degree of success to my roll.
That still would only result in 7.
Yeah, which would still be not enough.
Would not be enough to save 2. You need so
The
So-
group as a whole needed to come up with 5 degrees, 10 degrees of success to save both the.
to save everyone. Yeah.
I wonder, could I use 4 fate points to add 4 degrees of success?
No.
I can use a fate point to add a degree of success to my roll.
So,
Can
are you or the priest? Because the priest has already volunteered. Are one of you burning a fate point to save the other person?
I have the most fate points, right? So
I'm still good to do it.
I have 4. So if the priest has fewer, I'll be on mine.
Okay,
I
so
have
you
3.
burn a fate point. The commissar, as you're approaching the rock, you have this tingling sensation in the back of your head. It seems as though a voice whispers in your ear, "Fire your grappler," and gives you a direction. Without looking or hesitating, you point and fire it. You feel a jerk on the other end, and out at the barest edge of the line, I mean literally, you have run out of cord, is your heavy weapon specialist about to float into the orc engines.
Well, that would have been fun.
Damn, he could have destroyed
Derek!
the engines.
Your character is literally staring at the Orcus engines, and inside of your vacuum suit, you can feel the heat as you feel a jerk behind you and realize, I'm not gonna die?
Yeah.
And I fire my Volkite weapon at them.
I love it. I love it that Whiteholtz goes, can he use half a fate point to save just the gun?
Can he use half a fate point to save just the gun? I would actually say yes!
Yeah, try using it.
Unfortunately, Unfortunately, none of us could use it.
Yeah, Von Holt says, by the way, don't save the person, save just the gun.
Yeah.
By the way, Fiaura, when I burn it, could I have used it beforehand?
Oh.
No, it has to be one of the ones you haven't used yet.
No? Really?
You haven't used any of them anyways.
I could have used one to instantly recover 1d5 damage, which I really need because I just have 4 wounds.
Wow, this is just getting into the orc ship.
Yes.
Man, you guys are in serious deep doo-doo.
You guys are now attached to the side of the mountainous rock part of the orc ship. There is a gun turret no more than 6 meters from you.
Plasma torch!
There is also the sensor array that you're literally sitting on top of.
I kick it.
Here.
Have a good
And
time at work, Vaughn.
and you can clearly see the Orcish command center over to your over further down the way with multiple gun turrets sticking out of it.
Do
There's a
any
word to
of
command center.
do any of the gun turrets look capable of firing in our direction? Because they're meant to protect against flyers, not against people, you know.
At the
dropping
moment,
in.
no, and it appears as though the orcs have not yet noticed they've been boarded. As you
How
see
can-
the hunk of your Space Valkyrie transport crash into the side of the orc ship in a bright, brilliant flame that quickly dies out and has inflicted minimal damage.
How can we tell
during the-
if we're looking at the Dhaka Central?
Jens, Durges, this is Fish and Game. Do you guys have licenses for catching fellow guardsmen? And do you have the
during
proper
the,
tags?
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Only ones for over 24 inches.
In the meantime,
I was just gonna say, during the crash, trying to cover the damage, I want to like take my chainsaw and hack at the sensor array just to see if I can damage it any, and think it was part of the craft exploding into it.
they would probably notice a chainsword swinging across their gun sights. I'm just saying.
No, it's in the sensor array.
Oh, you want to take this chainsword to the sensor array? You could.
We could do the multi-laser. I mean, a fucking Volkite multi-laser.
We actually
That's
could.
like
Are you guys going
damage
to try to
things during
bust
the
the
crash
sensor
so
array
that they
right
can
now
just-
in the middle of the asteroid field they're trying to navigate?
yeah.
Well, look, our transport's been killed, so
Is their mission not to sabotage this cruiser?
Yes. Okay.
I mean, how long?
What are
until
you
they
shoot?
clear-
What are you shooting or hacking at it with? It's a giant freaking radar dish-like object.
I can use
Perhaps
my
we
hell
should-
gun. It levels a mountain.
Wait, perhaps we should find a way into it, into the rock, and then destroy the sensor array.
Well, here's one.
Well,
How about we
here's
destroy
my
the
out of
sensor
character
array?
reasoning.
and-
During the ship crashing in, if we destroy anything, they don't necessarily know someone landed and did it. They'll just think that the ship kind
Okay,
of
in the
fell
meantime,
into-
Eddie's actually the one in charge, and he was the one talking.
Well, I'm kind of thinking we destroy or damage the sensor array. They're going to send somebody out to look at it. We can look where they came from and see if we can get back in that way after killing the idiot.
True enough.
That's
Can I
actually...
make a little...
Yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead, go for it. So who's shooting the sensor array and with what? Or did somebody actually bring demo charges?
Well, I believe we've got a Volkite and a hotshot laser, so
That'd
I think
probably do some damage.
so. Should I just put the Volkite thing right next to it and near the base and just do one full auto burst?
Sure. Make a ballistics roll at plus 50 because you're shooting at an object you can't possibly miss unless you're blind.
or a Gaurdsman.
Okay.
To be honest, would have been awesome if we had a laser cutter just to deal with it. But no.
He will also aim because the
So you're going to get the max plus 60.
So I will have 102.
So don't roll 98.
Actually, it's
Don't look,
reliable,
yeah.
so I have to roll a 100. It's a reliable
You
weapon.
say that, and I'm gonna see you roll 100 and look at you and go, "You were saying."
Well, no, I'm just saying it's not 98. There's a good chance roll 20 will fuck me over, but I'm just saying.
yes.
It's only 100.
Go for the roll already. I'm waiting on you.
Okay.
But yes.
Can't believe they're doing this. Oh god.
Hey.
That would be 4 degrees of success. Should I roll the damage?
Yes, you should roll the damage for 4 hits.
But Fee, I did quote a thought for the day. To give one's life in service of the Emperor is better than living for oneself.
Fair enough.
So if they all die killing a cruiser, the Imperium will say, "Hey, we lost a squad, but we destroyed an entire orc warship."
Like
I
to see
think
the
the
Navy
trade off.
Like to see the Navy do that.
Yes, but it's still considered a good trade when 5 or 6 guys die killing off.
Look at those rolls.
That is a significant. So, having fired the first couple shots, it doesn't seem like it's doing a lot until the third shot literally cleaves off half of the sensor tower.
Oh god.
As the armor plating gives way, and you see circuits and parts sparking, and then the fourth shot basically leaves it hanging on by a few cables.
Ooh, that's gonna
Chainsaw
have some mech boy pissed.
Time for a chainsaw to those cables.
At which point you have now completely disabled the port side sensors.
I did something.
So what is everyone doing in the meantime? Because it might be a few minutes.
I'm going to hunker down in a crater near something that protects me if a meteor comes by.
Yeah, I'm telling everybody to find defensible positions and keep an eye out for orcs looking at what the hell's gone off.
I wonder, is Volkite conductive?
No, it's a form of solid laser.
Okay, then I will use my Volkite knife to cut the cables, just to be sure.
It's still a knife.
So
is finding a defensible position and also trying to see if we could pull off the same thing at Dhaka Central, like just vent it into space.
So you look over and you see the command center. A door opens and 2 Gretchen, without spacesuits on, just walk out with a bunch of tools and equipment in their hands.
Oh god, orcs never change. Can we try and slip a grenade through the door as they're coming out of it before it closes?
You can try. You are 40 meters away on a ship moving at 1,500 meters a second in space.
Yeah, don't do it.
All right then. All
You'll
right.
end up
No. You said you wanted to try. You can try.
Well, hang on. No, we're at the same relative velocity as the ship, so that doesn't matter.
That's true.
True.
But it's still 40 meters away.
It's 40 meters.
It's a hell of a throw.
Yeah.
Go for it.
No, I didn't realize it was 40 meters away, so no.
So I assume everyone is hidden in various craters as these things are walking up.
Oh, I should probably put the character on there.
That'd be nice.
Yep. Hiding in
Do
crater
you see any
chainsaw
sort
grenade.
of communication arrays on the creatures?
No, they're walking out with all this cable and stuff and approaching you. They seem to be arguing amongst each other and not really paying attention to the fact that the whole port side array is gone.
How are they arguing in space?
Is anybody good at weapon skill?
The stormtrooper has a weapon skill of, let me check.
I got 42.
I like that answer. The
33.
stormtrooper has a weapon skill of let me check.
Of 33.
I'm just thinking let them get close and then shank them.
I got
I have
36.
decent weapon skill and a good quality chainsword.
I mean, I have a ballistic skill of 42 and Hellgun, and I'm super sneaky, so I can actually probably lie in wait and just shove it up their ass and blow their heads off.
I could Volkite them again.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just
very
trying. I'm
sneaky
just
until
thinking.
somebody cut off my leg.
I'm just thinking. Ballistic weapons might not be such a good idea if we're trying to avoid let's see, an entire cruiser full of orcs and we're here quite yet.
Hey, it's the Helgun. It either will not be seen or it will level a mountain.
So, I mean, do you want to try and do the whole sneaky, stabby?
So the Gretchen are walking up, and they finally see the sensor array, and look and go, "Oh no, big boss mech boy ain't gonna like this." And they look at him, and one of them looks, and the one that said that looks at the other one. You're telling him? No, you're telling him. No, you're telling him.
They're distracted.
And they start having a shoving argument.
Maybe one of them will kill the other.
No, they're Gretchen. They're not that.
They pull out knives and are trying to shank each other.
See? I wouldn't
So what are you guys doing?
The intelligence of them, so he knows how
Shall we start taking pot shots at them at least?
If you want to shoot them, shoot them.
They're distracted. Let's just sneak up to them and shank them.
Yeah, tell you what. So, is the commissar and the stormtrooper going to attempt the shank while the rest
I'm
of
also
us
going to
go?
point out that you heard orc voices in the vacuum of space.
How is
They're
that
all.
possible? That's
They're orcs.
Yeah. They probably think they can breathe and speak, so they can.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Nobody
fungus,
told
so
them
they can probably produce their own oxygen.
It's a case of nobody told them they couldn't, so they can. Or we could shout across to them, "Hey, you can't breathe in space."
They can't hear you because there is no oxygen.
Plus,
Well,
Yes,
no one told them they can't hear us. So.
So,
Orc logic, everyone.
any actions, or am I going to roll for Gretchen shanking each other?
Gretchen shanking each other.
Actually, let's see with Gretchen shanking each other.
Yeah,
then
let's see.
finish them
Let's
off.
see what happens with the Gretchen shank, and then we can finish off the last one.
They successfully managed to not shank each other after wrestling around on the ground for a little bit.
Are they
Okay.
continuing their efforts at shanking, or have they given up?
They're horrible at this. They're like the worst knife fighters you've ever seen.
Well, the Gretchen.
Not to mention the fact they still have all the cables and shit on them that they haven't bothered to put down.
So they're getting tied up into a mess because they get all
Do
bundled
the
together.
cables afford them any protection from, let's say, a stab or a shot at them?
Nope.
I wonder, can I try to inspire my fellow teammates to shank them better?
While the commissar's pondering that one, I signal both the commissar and the stormtrooper to move up and try and stab them while they're not paying attention.
Are you going to
Okay.
move up and try to stab them?
The stormtrooper follows orders as usual.
That is my inspire roll.
Does that mean you get to stab them both, please?
So, make a sneaking check.
That is my inspire roll.
So sneaking is against agility.
Does he get any bonuses for the two Gretchens being distracted trying to kill each other?
He gets a
And
plus
it's being in
20 for
space.
being in the vacuum of space, and plus 30 because the Gretchen aren't paying any attention.
And do I get anything on my plus 30 agility? Plus 30 stealth.
Jesus Christ.
You can go up to max 60, so you get 60 basically.
You get a plus
so that's-
60.
So you're telling me that's 60 and my agility is 40. Can I fail this?
Yes,
one?
if you roll 95 plus, you auto fail.
And I roll 96. No, it's 35, so 6 degrees of success.
You managed to get right up next to him.
You are a ninja in space.
Punch in the.
If you wish to stab him, now's your chance.
Is the commissar gonna go up there with the your chainsaw?
That could actually be a success depending on one thing. Do I round up or down when splitting an odd number?
Down.
Okay, then I'm 1 point short of that one.
Oh god.
Wait, what's your skill?
Wait, that is
What's your
when
job
I'm.
skill? No, you get plus 50 at least with your the bonuses, and then what's your agility?
At plus 50, what is your agility to sneak up?
43 agility.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah, you may. Yeah.
Oh, so we don't
Yeah,
take in stealth.
so
Okay.
You're not quite the ninja, but you make it.
So if you and the stormtrooper wish to make shanking rolls to teach the Gretchen how to shank properly, because Gretchen can't shank.
Do I think
They can
would
skank
hear
it,
me
but they
using-
can't shank it.
Do I think they would hear me using a chainsaw
shank,
in
shank,
the
shank.
red
No.
zone space?
No, they can hear each other because orc. It doesn't mean they can hear what's going off around them.
Actually,
Also,
a question.
we get plus 10 to this because they are orcs. Or Gretchen, still.
Question. Would
You
the
guys do get
commissar
hatred because they're orcs.
Would the commissar get a bonus for the use of a chainsword because it's, space, so it's lighter than what he's used to?
No.
That would honestly give a penalty, if anything, when it's come to the stays.
Any bonus is offset by the penalty of, using a chainsword in space. Anyway, go ahead and
Actually,
go ahead and make your attack rolls, guys.
Actually,
Shanky,
zero
shanky.
G normally gives
They are
minus
unaware
1
enemies, so they do not get
roll.
chances to dodge or parry.
I make that by quite a few degrees.
And 36 with a weapon skill of 33. Jesus.
Plus 10, you get plus 10 because of the
Plus 10.
hatred orcs.
Okay. I'm still able to make it. Nice.
Make your damage rolls. They have 6 wounds each.
I only have.
I think it's that.
I only have a combat knife, so what is that the damage roll?
1d5 plus
1d10
strength.
plus strength.
Plus strength.
That was 1d10 for only war.
Oh yeah, because your combat knife is like a short sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1d10 plus your strength. Bonus.
Okay, so I do 4.
Okay, that Gretchen's alive.
Impressive.
You failed to kill a Gretchen.
Hey, come on.
No,
I got a roll of 1.
Okay, so
I rolled 13.
can I just say it's still 1d5 for a knife?
Gretchen lives don't
Also,
matter.
I have pen
Hashtag.
too. I have pen
That's
too.
a
not
hashtag I
a
can get behind there, Aaron. Gretchen lives don't matter.
Ooh. Ooh, now you're being a speciesist.
And the problem is what?
Actually,
So, the
Shank with
stormtrooper
his chainsword.
brings down his knife and stabs the Gretchen in the foot.
Oh. Is the Gretchen pinned to the rock in the...
No. He's very upset and howling. Meanwhile, the Gretchen underneath gets thrust into by a chainsword that then revs and slices him in half like sliced bread, sending blood, guts, and gore all over the place. That doesn't freeze in space immediately.
Can I swing into the other one with that good a roll?
Do what?
So, can my blow go into the other Gretchen too and finish it off?
No.
He basically wants to like golf it like 4.
No. You do, however, manage to knock the Gretchen's brain clean out of his skull and into the vacuum of space.
It has a brain.
Had.
Past tense.
No, it had one. Instead, like the Gretchen's.
It was supposed to repair the antenna. It had to have a brain. I did some fungi working as a brain. Also, Stormtrooper, you need to move up to the Gretchen.
So, what is everyone else doing upon realizing the other Gretchen is still alive?
By the way, did I get any bonuses for me using
Can I
Inspire earlier?
can I do a charge at the surviving Gretchen with my knife?
You may.
Yay, weapon skill of 32.
I can.
It's now 52 because you have hatred orcs and you're charging. Hey everyone, we're tied on what I'm supposed to wear tomorrow, whether I have to dress like my character that I'll be playing in Doodle's game for Sunday, or if I can wear whatever I want because I'm too sexy, or as little clothing as possible in a 3-way tie.
Oh, thank God you barely made that.
You hit Hetty. What did you hit him with? Your fist?
No, I've got. We've all got knives, remember?
Oh yeah, you hit him with a knife. So shank him.
Strength bonus, isn't it?
Please show the stormtrooper how to shank.
He does the exact same.
He's a medic. He knows.
Their toughness 1, and you guys have hit him twice, and he's still alive.
What?
No.
They have a toughness of 17. He has 1 wound left now.
What?
Wait, he's taken 5 damage from one person and 4 damage from the other.
He's taken 3 damage because he has toughness of 17 from the stormtrooper, and he takes 5 damage there. He's at exactly 0 wounds. You haven't critted him yet. He's still alive.
Well, Winter
Come
will
on, the
charge
rest
in
of you
for the
slackers,
gang.
come in and shank him. Shankety shank, people.
This is the toughest
Get him with
scratch
the
ever.
chainsaw priest.
He's been shanked twice. He's like, Gah! I don't live, damn you!
Where did Eddie hit him?
Ivan will just take.
Did he cut off the nose or something?
Ivan will take the round, I guess, what this would be, and then prepare for the multi-laser. Because if they can't do it, he's just incinerating everything.
Everything in sight.
Oh no.
What the hell was that?
Weapon skill 27 plus 10 is 37 plus charge. Okay, so plus 47, 57, 77. You hit him. Do you actually hurt him is the question. I'm going to dialogue thing if he survives.
So you better.
Okay! Yeah, he did. What'd you hit him with?
Did you get
Chainsword.
incinerated?
A chainsword? So the 3 people with goddamn knives do jack and shit. It's the 2 people with chainswords we have to worry about.
Well, yes.
As the Gretchen is screaming, you shove the chainsword in his mouth and down his gullet. There's some joke about deep-throating that passes through your mind for a second before you rev the blade.
Get those energy thoughts out of your brain or you have to spill your guts.
You then lift it up into the air and sling it away from the ship as it floats away.
Thank you.
Cut in half with 2 knife wounds. His last action being that as his body slowly lifts off into space, he leans over and flips the bird at Hetty.
Slowly. He just flew off of a chainsaw blade. He ain't going slowly.
In relative comparison to your... yeah, he's still not moving extremely quick.
Ivan returns the bird.
This was very smooth.
Please make a perception check.
35.
Did you pass?
I pass.
Wow, I actually passed.
To those who passed, you will notice the grenade pin on his finger. And when you look down, there's sure enough a grenade at your feet. What do?
I'd like to kick it.
Okay.
Is it active? Is it active?
Yes.
He's pulled the pin on it. Even a
There's no pin and there's no hand trigger anymore.
I want to kick it with my metallic leg.
Okay, so what you're saying is the spoon flew off after.
Hey, Tommy, the question from chat to you: does your character have a fetish with chain swords and deep throating? Because this is the second time that's happened.
Ivan will do the smart thing and grab what is left of the sensor array and hold on.
What
I
happens
don't
if
think
you
you're in range.
Right, so
What happens if the explosion sets you free and you start floating away again?
So, Hetty, please make a weapon skill check to kick the grenade away.
Weapon skill, okay.
Yay.
I hope you have great weapon skills since you're taking this.
Oh wait,
It's enough.
Is this an
You
orc
managed
grenade?
to nick the grenade into the air and yell, "Get down!" Does anybody else take cover?
I'll
can roll
take
take
cover, and
cover.
I saw it very well.
The
In fact, I
grenade
saw it so
floats
well, I
away
should
from
be
the
able
ship and explodes, managing to pepper you with fragments, but none of you actually take any damage yet.
Any holes in the void suits?
No.
Good.
However, you now see the open airlock over there if you'd like to go through it.
I think we should take cover for a moment.
Just
A suggestion, sir.
I motion everybody to form a killing zone around the entrance of the sort of pointing the guns into the airlock.
Should we
I
give it
suggest
About 8 minutes later, if you guys want to wait around that long.
Just a second. I would like to suggest that we use the same approach we did on the sensor array, and blow open the door so we vent them into space and maybe kill a couple of the command crew.
The
Or
airlock was
just
solid.
throw a grenade down the hatch.
Hey, did they shut the airlock when they came out, or?
Nope.
So wide open.
Venting is clearly pointless.
We could always throw a grenade in there and see what happens.
Well, let's
and
see if
remember
we're
all-
able.
Remember,
all
this is a
eight
stealth
Control
is the
mission.
number
remember
sponsored-
grenades.
8 is the number sponsored by corn. Corn, the god of corn bloodshed.
And tasty cereals.
And very tasty cereals.
Oh,
Cornflakes! The start of a great
So
day.
we're at the 4:30 mark. I have to give this reminder every hour after the first half hour. Please check out our sponsor at Kitsuga. They provide me with equipment, which helps me entertain you guys. Drop a tip if you can. We're almost at the stream tip goal, which means I have to put up a picture. And if you would like to do me a favor and hit the like or dislike button, depending on if you're having a good time, if you're watching us on YouTube. Remember, if we get more subscribers, you guys get more shenanigans out of me later tonight. In the meantime, please do come back for Sex Talk later tonight and provide us with questions about what you want to know about BDSM.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, moving back to what is going on here in front of us all right now.
Which is a hell of
As
a
Geek
crazy
Lab has
event.
put it, tip the waitress. Please tip the waitress. That's how I pay my bills.
Anyway,
Mech
a
Boy.
suggestion, sir. I think we should avoid the command bay. Command
An
center
orc looking like
because-
this walks out with his big shooter and a very large.
Hang on. So before, as we were discussing, sort of before waiting the 8 minutes that you suggested, I did ask, "Are we going to throw a grenade down there just to see what happens?"
Am I throwing a grenade in there?
I'm all
said it was
for
stealth-
throwing
we
a
are-
grenade.
This is a stealth mission. Are you sure a grenade is the best idea? So
If we can take out the command center, it's actually a really good idea, to be honest. That messes up a ship something fierce.
the problem with the command center is the orc commander, who is going to be bigger and stronger than the rest.
Well, it's our only way in, so he's gonna be in there anyways.
Yeah.
Whether we
So,
go down
in
or
other
go
words,
grenade-
getting a jump on him with the damage would be a good idea.
Yeah, and if the Gretchen are not coming back, someone's gonna remember, and the sensor array is not working. They're gonna remember to come out and see what's going on.
So yeah,
So I've got 2 frag grenades. What's everybody else got?
I have got 3.
same.
I have 2 as well, I believe.
It's too
I
bad they
have-
didn't bring the rattling with the 2 mega grenades.
Or still have my weapon specialist with like 2.
Let's just
frag
throw a pair
grenades,
down.
5 frag grenades.
Wow.
Shall we say everyone throws a frag grenade in and see how much damage we can?
Oh my god!
That sounds like a good
yeah.
idea.
Just basically go overkill on them.
Okay,
I'm
so are you
already-
guys throwing a bunch of grenades in there?
Sounds like we are throwing in 5 grenades.
Ivan
Tell
is
you
going
what,
to
shall
do
we-
what Ivan does and stand watch, ready for something to come out. to
Wait,
shoot.
Ivan.
Shall we not throw them all at the same time, which would destroy a bunch of the grenades, and.
Hetty, that's not how
one at a
grenades
time.
work. Once grenades are armed,
Yeah.
if anything destroys it, it explodes.
Alright,
Yeah,
then.
so that's not a
Because the
problem.
chemical concoction inside then leaks into the explosive material and detonates.
And
All right.
also, do we get a bonus for confined space if it explodes inside Akasan?
So we're just throwing a bunch of grenades in.
Well, we've got
Is
to
there actually anything to throw at in there? I mean, has anyone taken a peek?
No need to. We
No.
know we know there's orcs.
Let's say we all stand around this square.
You do realize that this is a
Let's stand
ship
around.
loaded with orcs.
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing but orcs.
I'll tell you what. How about before we throw the grenade, I'll. Who's got the best perception?
I have 42.
You have
I
the
have
best perception.
33.
The guy with the 42 has best perception, and
35.
didn't you also have good stealth skill?
I have maxed out stealth and 40 agility. So
Well,
Okay,
in
we
that
want
case,
you to peek.
I'll tell you to carefully take a peek into the airlock and see what's in there.
Oh god.
I wonder, can
Let's-
I try to inspire him forehand to help him?
You could try.
I hope this goes better than my last stealth attempt.
You pulled it off. It was the commissar that fluffed it.
No, the commissar made it as well. Sorry, I meant the ambush we did the last time. So 3
You
weeks
better
ago.
than the stab.
You
Then
slip
we
up,
inspire
take a
roll,
peek.
which
So
can inspire the whole squad.
you're inspiring them to be quiet. That makes a lot of sense.
Raises. No, I
They should
imagine
get plus 10
raises
to all
his chain,
stealth rolls.
raises the chainsaw up and says, "Shut the fuck up."
Okay, so I roll 1d100 and we get 32.
What's your
Ninja
stealth?
time.
You slip up to
40
the door. You see a bunch of orcs milling around, a bunch of
How
Gretchen
many?
milling around, getting kicked occasionally. A really big orc that's had his entire arm converted into a giant power claw.
How
And
many are in there?
you would have to say in the neighborhood of about 50.
That's orcs and Gretchen.
No, that's just the orcs. You can't count the number of Gretchen.
Okay, and how big is the space I'm looking into?
100 meters square?
100 meters. Okay, are there any... is there any sort of windows or armor crease panels or anything of that sort?
Just a window to look out of it, to look out the front of the ship.
Front of the ship. So that's, let's say, 10 meters away, because it's 10 by 10.
Yeah, about 10, 11 meters away.
Anything that looks like it might explode in there.
Yes. There are lots of things that might go boom.
I convey all my knowledge to the rest of the squad.
Anything looking like it can cause a chain explosion.
It's an orc ship. It's meant to. It's probably gonna explode anyways without us doing
Yes.
anything.
Orcs are not known for safety regs.
So, do we elevate grenades back to plan A, or do we just go for the engine?
I'd say go for the grenades.
There
All
are
right,
50
how-
orcs there. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Well-
what the hell?
Shall we aim them at the big orc in that's obviously the one in charge of that particular room, if not the whole lot of shit?
Also, can we tell which things would go boom so that we can split the, let's say, 4 grenades between 2 go at the boss, 2 go at the boomy bits?
You can throw them however you want.
Can I make a Tactica Imperials roll to decide how stupid an idea this is?
Yes!
I don't think the Tactica Imperialis covers this one, to be honest.
A tactical imperialist does not cover this situation in any way, shape, or form. All you know is this will be really loud.
I'm still not sure if I would advise this. Also, our grenades won't be very effective against the bigger orcs.
But all
Well,
the other
that's one of the
explosives-
reasons I was asking if there was anything else in there that would go boom.
The stormtrooper also likes to point out that things go boom around orcs all the time, so they might not know it's actually us throwing in the grenades. They might just go, "Oh, part of the Dhaka Central went boom. Get more aggression to fix it."
Yeah.
Dhaka.
Are we able to quickly close the airlock once we throw, or the door if it's not even a proper airlock, once we throw the grenades in before they go off?
You have no idea. Because you
Can
don't know
we
how to
test
close
the
this
door
door.
before? Can we test the door quietly before we throw
I
the
wouldn't
grenades?
try. I wouldn't
No.
try.
I wouldn't
You
try
can't.
either.
Does anyone here read orc?
Do orcs actually
Damn.
write instructions? That's the better question.
Wait, I
They
think I
Yes.
can read it.
do
It
have
says,
writing.
They actually
Yeah.
do have a written
There are
language.
actually runes and what appear to be crude letters on the various buttons next to the airlock.
Oh, so it's a button type, not pure.
I think I can understand it. It says wog, 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 and then a recipe for cake.
And then a recipe for wah cake.
Take some humies, mash them up.
The stormtrooper.
So
being
it's
an
made
addict
cake.
is still going strong with the idea of kicking the grenade, and let the Emperor sort the rest out.
so
I mean,
it's
you
your
guys can start
decision.
throwing grenades.
So, who's volunteering a grenade for this option?
I will
I have
volunteer
3
one of my
grenades which I
special
could,
grenades
split.
if you want to throw it at the boss.
I mean, I'm suggesting that 4 of us throw them in while our heavy weapons guy covers the door. So if something comes out, he goes kablam, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Ivan is just pointing at the door right now.
If you're going to do something, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to start making rolls. Otherwise, something's going to happen.
Okay, so heavy weapons set up a safe distance from the door
Does
in
it?
order to cover anything coming
He's
out.
as far as he can be.
Can you cover the door from there?
Fiaura, can I?
4 seconds.
Okay, throw them in. Screw this.
Okay, yeah, throw them in.
Okay. Okay.
I posted.
This is the price, so we should get a few bonuses. Also, the target we're trying to hit is likely a big orc.
And
I
a
mean,
10
they'll
by
throw
10
it-
meter room.
But they're also
10 by
throwing it
10 by
into the
10.
door.
So
Are they at least getting it into the door?
They're getting it into the door, but it's going to mostly land in random places.
That's
My-
fine.
my-
as long as
my-
we
Well,
kill
hopefully
shit.
other shit starts exploding.
Mine's
Yours,
going to
Hetty,
land-
actually lands on the captain's wheel. He picks it up and goes, "What's this? Oh."
Damn.
see,
Should we
somebody
do?
thought you guys were bluffing with the explosives, and I'm like, I posted like an orc. They ain't bluffing. They is chancing.
So
Sophie,
everyone, please roll the damage of your explosive.
so I roll a frag grenade. 2d10.
Oh, we had the same. Ooh.
Nice.
Well, that was a pathetic grenade.
Well, if he picked it up, he's gonna blow off his own face, or at least a hand. So.
Holy shit, you threw a firebomb in there?
It actually does less damage than ours. Wait.
The difference being that fire bombs burn things.
And
Instead
has
of
10
secondary explosions, hopefully.
And
So
it has
anybody
10.
Anybody for barbecued mushroom?
So,
Shiitake.
the first couple grenades go off, boom, 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 and then you hear a followed by roar of fire. As the firebomb has set off several tanks of fuel.
Oh my.
Anyone near the door needs to make an immediate agility test.
Oh god.
You know, I had a number in my head,
Oh,
and the number
fuck
was
me.
45. And I was like, if they do 45 points of damage, something bad will happen. And you know, I thought when Hetty rolled the 8 that I was like, okay, we're in the safe zone. 13! Son of a bitch!
My rolls have been awesome today.
Can I just say we're not rolling very well? Yeah, the priest is determined to get boiled.
So, Hetty, you and the priest are going to take 8 points of fire damage, ignoring armor.
What
So,
do I take?
5
What a
after
blistering
toughness.
situation.
Zavad, you're going to take
Yes.
5 points of fire damage, ignoring armor.
Okay, and seeing how my quirk is fear of fire, how does that work?
You immediately begin fleeing as far away from the fiery blast of death that's now exiting out of the DACA command center,
While screaming like a 6-year-old girl.
looking for the nearest place you can hide. Which is not a good idea, because all of your suits, that anyone who received damage on their suit, i.e. the people throwing the grenades, are now exposed to vacuum.
Actually, I didn't receive damage because I dodged it.
Wonderful!
I only have 4
You
wounds.
and the heavy weapons expert are the only 2 members of the squad who are not needing to get inside the orc ship in the next round.
Oh god.
They gotta die. They gotta die. They got deep poodoo.
So, who is fleeing into the orc ship that is on fire now, and who is
Screw it,
not?
I'm fleeing in.
As you realize that most of the front of your vacuum suit is mostly missing.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do that.
I have been just.
Fire.
Since I dodged the damage.
What to do with a drunken voice.
Inside DACA command, it's on fire.
Oh boy.
For how long? Because we're kind of venting into space at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not actually venting into space, because the moment you cross the airlock door, you're in breathable air.
Orc magic for the win.
Orky magic for the win. Yes, exactly.
It is on fire. Like, not even a little bit on fire. I mean, it's burning.
The stormtrooper starts throwing himself against the closest wall, which is not on fire, in order to put himself out.
Well, you guys aren't on fire.
that's
You're
the
just
point of this thing.
you're just sans mostly. You're just sans vacuum suits mostly.
Man, if you guys survive this, you need to find an orky shuttle.
And
And
then
learn
not
how.
get- and then not get
The ship starts listing badly,
Oh.
and then it starts going into a roll. At which point you all realize the orc ship doesn't have gravity.
Oh dear.
Are you going to turn on your magnetic boots or roll with it?
I'm maglock.
Mag boots.
Is the door further into the ship open?
Yes.
I'd like to
The fire is spreading, by the way.
I'd like to jetpack through it ahead of the flames.
Oh god, I can already hear it now. The orky klaxon alarm that the ship is in trouble. Yes.
The orc war boss is running around screaming at the top of his lungs, "Put me out! Put me out! That's not supposed to burn!" When he sees the lot of you and goes, "Humans!"
We shoot him.
Push it.
I love the fact I'm still outside. He's just like, well, yep.
Everyone, make an agility test right now.
Oh,
Oh, that's gonna be one pissed boss.
oh my god, look at Sebastian.
Whoa, I just
Actually, I did a mistake. I don't think that's correct.
That's not correct. You
You
put
rolled
2d, so it's going to
one
immediately
double
just roll
D
1.
100. That's a lot. Seriously, man. That's a lot of junk.
Daily bonuses for the.
If you failed the agility test, you are hurled to the ground as
I
the
didn't-
ship impacts into an asteroid field head on and smashes its front end.
Do I
Nice.
get any bonuses for the mag boots?
I
There you
didn't actually say I entered the ship.
Oh,
but we still-
did you not enter the ship? Are you still
no.
outside?
Oh,
that means
no.
you just got thrown off.
You're being thrown off then, and you will have 2
I
rounds of
want
actions
to-
to try to get back on.
I don't want to reroll that then.
You have been thrown off of the ship.
I rerolled.
Question:
Oh.
The impact does it damage the guns or the shield generator?
He has just smashed the entire front end of the ship into a solid hunk of rock.
Okay, so
Fiaura,
basically you're telling me that
The whole
everything
front end of the
between-
ship has been crumpled now, and the 2 escort ships appear to be turning around to figure out what's going on. As the ship comes, as the ship is now meshed into the rock like a space Hulk, and its engines are still pushing full speed ahead.
Can I suggest we find a launch bay instead of going inside the ship?
Would it be faster to go outside or fighting through the orcs? To be
Half
honest,
the squad has no choice. We've got no working vaccine.
Fiaura, I have to ask. With that roll, I said I turned my mag boots on. Would that give me any bonus to it?
No. That just means
I
you have
just-
gravity.
There's still 2 of us outside. We could what does re-meet me?
Rendezvous.
We could rendezvous at the launch bay.
So,
you mean split the squad?
I'm going to point out, you guys are
We
inside
still
of an
have
orc
mission to
ship
accomplish.
full of hundreds of orcs.
Rooms
In the
burning.
command center that's on fire, with a dead orc war boss in front of you, and the captain is also dead, spiraling out of control in space, pushing an asteroid.
I'd like to make for the nearest exit of the room that isn't into space.
You
I
know,
follow Hetty.
I just
you
have
should
to
all look at the
calculate-
priest and go, "Why did you throw the firebomb?" We said
I believe
grenade, not
that question
napalm.
solves itself.
Hey, it killed both the captain and the orc boss.
Okay, if you were attempting to leave this room, everyone must begin making agility checks, as you are now avoiding 0G fire.
Yes!
I'm wondering.
For those who don't know what 0G fire looks like or feels like, fire in 0 gravity is a liquid.
Yes.
Invisible balls.
No, it's quite visible and quite brilliantly bright, but it travels around like a liquid, hurled in whatever direction gravity and momentum will throw it.
Seeing as Derek has entered, I don't think we are rendezvousing at the launch bay.
I'm pretty sure you guys are hoofing it through the ship,
and
and I think 2 of you are on fire.
Give me some.
So,
Still on fire.
so unless you want to burn a fate point, I'm going to make damage rolls and see if you guys catch fire.
I dodged everything. I rolled a 17 to my 30, whatever it is.
I will burn a fate point to avoid fire.
Okay.
rolled a 56
Has
to
anyone
a
not
40
burned
agility.
fate points who failed?
Being on fire, does that mean that I take fire damage that ignore armor?
Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't he still have his suit though? Wouldn't he just burn through the suit first?
When you take initial fire damage, it incinerates the suit.
If I remember right, the commissar managed to actually dodge the initial fire blast.
True.
I did.
Okay, so I don't have any fate points to roll or burn. I had 40 agility. I got 56 on my agility roll,
So you failed.
so I failed, and I can't avoid it. So I guess I'll have to keep taking damage.
You take 11 points of fire damage and are on fire.
And I've already taken 5 from blast.
Oh dear.
I have 15 wounds.
You're at -1 and are on fire.
Wait, wouldn't toughness?
Eddie!
Energy to the body.
What about toughness? Wouldn't that counteract a lot of it?
Toughness does count towards resisting being burned alive.
Sorry, I have toughness 28, so that's...
So you have 3 total hit points to your name.
Woohoo! Heady!
Hey, I said grenade, not firebomb. Blame the priest.
No, that wasn't for that one.
So, this is a reminder, everyone. You need to begin declaring and taking actions, or the fire is going to spread towards you. So I suggest you guys figure out what you're doing. You have about 20 seconds.
I've been just getting it out.
I'm about here now because I declared getting out of there and succeeded on my agility roll.
Ivan will follow him out of there.
Fiaura, did my suit protect me from the fire and just burn?
No, it burns away. It provides no armor.
So then I take fire damage.
Yes.
I avoided the initial blast, so do I get one round without fire damage or something like that?
Yes, since your vacuum suit isn't burned away, it burns away first, but you still take 11 points of damage ignoring armor.
That is really bad. Let me see how many minuses I'm at.
Damn it, have I got to save you again?
Hey,
This is the part where you can look at the priest and go, team killing fucktard.
The stormtrooper looks at the priest and starts stroking his hell gun, seeing how this is the second time he's been burned thanks to the priest, and he already has the fear of fire quirk.
I love that Ivan's the only one who still has his suit on.
I have not actually called for initiative because the orcs are in much disarray as you are, completely panicking at the fact they've now run into a rock, and their ship's fire alarm is going off, and their captain nor their war boss is shouting orders.
The stormtrooper, how would I extinguish a fire, seeing how I'm already covered?
Drop and roll.
Not drop and roll.
That's what I do. And
Sebastian, you were scorched horribly all over the front of your body with 1st and 2nd degree burns, and have taken 7 levels of fatigue.
That knocks me out, actually.
Commissar passes out from heat stroke.
Yay.
Not the worst thing
I'll
ever.
pick his ass up and drag him.
Yeah, somebody drag him to me.
As we head out of the room.
You should probably extinguish me before you do that.
You're not on fire. Your suit's just been destroyed.
You took the fire damage, but...
your suits could take 5 bullets, but it specifically says if exposed to fire, the suit will burn. It will not hurt the person inside, but it will destroy the suit's effectiveness in all way, shape, and form, except for select items such as the mag boots or the communication link, unless it's a headshot.
In which case, you've got bigger problems anyway.
I'm considering the liquid fire pouring into your body, since it goes towards center mass due to gravitational pull.
Anyway,
so I will grab him by the leg and something and drag him out the same way the medic is going to get out of the fucking room as quickly as possible. Hefting the multi-laser.
Anybody else not running out of the room?
I'm on my way out.
You guys run out of the room deeper into the bowels of the ship, and immediately on your way down, you run into a cannon room with a bunch of Gretchens sitting there in an utter panic.
Okay.
I tell everybody to stand out of the room and tell the priest to walk up to the door and hose it.
We need more fire.
We need more fire? That's your solution?
Yes.
No, shut up.
Oh, shit. The medic just gave you an order. Are you following it?
I'm following it. I'll take the flamer and hose down the room.
No.
And the stormtrooper goes to the medic and asks for some attention.
Roll damage.
Some sweet loving.
Right, while that's going off, I'd like to start attending to wounded.
I am the most wounded. I'm also knocked out.
He's also
Yeah,
the
and
commissar.
you're also the one that's not immediately dying.
Okay. So you walk up, point the flamer in the room, and turn it on. Now, normally you get a big burst of cloud-like fire that would go out in the direction.
Oh god, no.
Instead, as it hits the as the promethium hits the lighter, it turns into a liquid.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it's still pressurized.
Of burning flame that fires straight across the room, hits the far wall, and then starts cascading back in this giant wall of deadly inferno.
God,
Artistically, it's absolutely beautiful. Mentally, it's utterly horrifying.
Oops.
Why did we bring a priest in space?
Do you close the door as it's coming towards you, or do you keep firing?
Yes, I haven't slammed the door shut.
You close the
there's a
door,
hatch.
and after a few moments, the screams of the Gretchen on the other side stop. When you open the door back up, the entire room, from top to bottom, head to toe, is covered in flame. Ash marks.
Close the door again.
Was there anything that went off inside if it was a gun room?
I'm glad you closed the door again, because you're smart. As you close the door again, the door bulges out, along with the entire wall in front of you, and you all hear a muffled
The man with 26 intelligence has more common sense than you idiots.
Does anyone open the door?
No.
Leave the door shut.
After a few moments, the door just kind of falls off, and you're looking out into the vacuum of space, except for there's no actual vacuum, as the gun has blown completely clear of the ship. Its ammunition stores finally cooking off after, a couple minutes.
Oh, fuck.
Well, at this rate, the Imperium's not going to have to worry about anything from this ship.
Maybe I should be in command. I have more.
Do you guys
common
continue
sense
down the
than
shaft towards where you think the landing bay is?
Well,
I'd like to take a moment to try and tend a few wounds.
While the shit is happening behind it.
Oh, okay, sure. You can make a roll to stop people from burning to death.
Medicaid?
Yes.
So is the room we just blew up, is it no longer on fire?
It's not on fire. There's not much of a room.
Okay.
Is there
I suggest we go into that room, that way I can point my multi-laser down the hallway, so anything that comes down there will be meeting beautiful fucking Volkite.
I agree, that sounds like a good idea, so yeah.
You step into the hallway-like room of one of the forward gun batteries and look left, more gun batteries. Look right, a staircase.
Down
Anything alive?
No! They're all extra crispy and floating out into space.
Good. Okay, I'll start tending. So, straight up Medicaid, or am I allowed any bonuses from a kit?
Someone make a perception roll, and you are allowed bonuses from your kit.
Who has the highest perception?
Not me.
Whoever makes the roll first gets to see if you make the check or not.
The stormtrooper should do it?
I have 42. Who's better than 42?
Nobody, I believe.
Plus I have awareness.
Perception 36.
Yeah, 42 roll it.
Oh.
Forgot the one.
Yes. You rolled 0.
You rolled a 1D00. There we go. You notice that a shadow is starting to creep over the area you're standing in, and when you look out the window, you realize the ship has started to go vertical into the asteroid it's crashed into.
Oh, no. Come on.
Do you mention this to anyone else?
Yes, and instantly engage my mag boots.
You realize very quickly that when you impact into the asteroid, it's going to smash this entire section of the ship.
Well, I
gentlemen,
I managed to successfully put everybody out and stim up the commissar to get him back on his feet.
You've managed to put everyone out until someone looks over and goes, "Guys, we should run."
Run the fuck
Oh,
away!
I'm under the effect of
Monty
stim.
Python style.
Run away!
Run
Yeah,
away to the
roll for stim.
I don't think there is a roll for stim, it just removes...
1d5
Effects.
wounds.
No, stim is fatigue, isn't it?
Oh yeah, stim is fatigue. So you're awake. Just in
Now
time to
run!
see that the ship is going vertical and about to slam the top end into the asteroid that you've crashed into.
So yeah,
Move it.
I think we all start making down the stairs.
Can I inspire them to move faster?
No.
You don't
Just
need to,
run.
I think.
Okay, run.
Run away.
So now that we've abandoned stealth, as you guys are running, a group of orcs is now chasing you.
Run
Are they,
faster.
are they actually chasing us? Or are they
Get
running?
the humies!
Are we far enough? Are we now far enough into the tunnels that we're not in immediate risk of getting smashed to pieces when the ship hits the?
I don't know. Does anyone have forbidden lore orcs or scholar knowledge on spaceships?
I've got scholastic lore chemistry.
That won't help you. Do you have scholastic lore physics?
Nope.
Is anyone not running full steam down the hallway all willy-nilly?
I'm
doing that, I
sprinting
have
full
sprint.
steam, and I have the sprint talent and high agility.
Hetty, since you're in front, make a navigation roll.
Navigation! Yay! It's good job I've got. Do I get to use my navigation surface?
No.
We're inside an object.
You would need to use your navigation space, or your navigation ship, or your navigation architecture.
So, nada.
Could I make a perception roll to, like, hear if a tunnel sounds like it has less orcs?
Congratulations, Hetty! By sheer stupidity, you somehow have managed to actually figure out the layout of the orc ship. And
Well,
after
it's
much
meant to be
running for
simple,
nearly 2 miles, you burst into the command hangar.
Oh.
Huffing
Oh, we're
and
going to-
puffing. Everyone take a level of fatigue from the run.
Fatigue.
Which means the commissar comes running in and
collapses.
passes back out.
Again.
Now,
Fatigue.
Can I take another dose of stim? I really need it to keep running.
if you take another dose of stim, it will inflict 2 wounds.
That I can't actually afford.
That would be kind of counterproductive.
How many minuses were again? I'm at like 4 minus 4, right?
Yeah, you would go to -6.
Yeah, that would be so bad. I can't afford that.
And it might actually cause more problems than it fixes. So, you come bursting into the command hangar. About 4 Gretchen look at you and go, "Humans!" and then start fleeing in various directions. The ship starts jarring as the top of the ship begins its slow, mournful impact into the asteroid. And stuff starts sliding all over the deck. You have a decision to make. There are a couple of orc ships here. What are you going for? Are you going for something that looks like a fighter bomber? Or are you going for something that looks like a space fighter? Or are you going for something that looks like an orc boarding torpedo?
What else can we see in there? Are there any other Gretchen or orcs or anything?
There's Gretchen and orcs running around in a panic.
Okay.
Did I pass out?
Yeah, you
Yes.
passed out.
I'll carry his ass, he said. Yeah.
You
No,
came
leave
running.
him.
You come running in and go, I.
Face plants.
I'll pick him up and drag him, put him on my shoulders. Come on.
Don't leave the commissar behind.
He saved my life and burned a fucking fate point. As much as I hate commissars, I gotta let him live.
Can we leave the priest behind?
The shaking of the ship is getting worse. And another alarm starts going off. And Orc looks up and goes, "Abandon ship!"
Go for the
Can
crack.
I roll to see if I can quickly grab a Gretchen before it runs off?
Sure. Make a weapon skill check to see if you can grab a Gretchen.
Can we all make that?
Nope. You missed him.
I did it. I get it.
The chat is suggesting you guys jump in a boarding torpedo.
And head up for one of the escorts.
I grab a Gretchen.
Okay, so what's our vote on method of getting out of here? Fighter, bomber, or torpedo?
I'd say torpedo because that's kind of meant for people. Or, orcs at least.
I say fighter if it's a spacecraft. A boarding torpedo is only supposed to go just enough to get to another ship. A fighter can fly around for probably a while, and it's probably faster.
My logic is that we take a torpedo and we try to aim for one of the escort ships and take those out.
You would have beaten
I'm a stormtrooper. That's how we roll.
Well,
Fiaura, if I wanted to be nice, could I burn a fate point to say there's like a looted Aquila lander here, and then we can just fly that out, and we don't look like orcs and get shot?
No,
Okay.
you cannot.
That's why I wanted to grab the Gretchen, so we got something that at least.
I did grab a Gretchen. I rolled.
Yeah.
He's protesting quite a lot.
Bang him over the head with something.
No, I'll tell him, I will let you go and give you some alcohol if you tell us which is the fastest ship.
The one that's painted red, you moron! Did you know nothing, you stupid human? Now let me go!
Shoot him in the face then.
Just because of that, you don't get alcohol, and you're coming with us.
What?
We need you to fly.
I wouldn't fly you if... Oh, the ship is going down, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And you'll get alcohol. Would you like
On
alcohol?
this room.
Fuck it, you the war boss now, go!
Yeah. I am Ivan York, war boss.
Right,
So I
so
run to the red ship.
what's the red one, Fee?
The red one is a fighter bomber that looks like it has a total crew of like 5, maybe.
Perfect.
So
Run to that.
5 plus a Gretchen sounds good to me.
Yep.
The Gretchen gets in the cockpit and goes, hang on, and then hits the button. The big red button.
Oh dear God, we're gonna be going fast.
The ship catapults itself out of the hangar at near Mach 2. To which, just before clearing the orc hangar, you physically hear and feel yourselves break the sound barrier.
In space?
In space.
Well, we've got to fly through a little bit of atmosphere to get out the ship.
I love orcs. I do.
Everyone loves orcs.
Okay, so how's the body count doing?
Humans, 0.
Orcs, a big ship.
As you're clearing the ship, it starts exploding.
Wait, you actually got to an orcish shuttle and escaped?
Yes, and I am
Fighter
the boss.
bomber.
They're in a
I
fighter
am
bomber,
War
and they're bribing the orc Gretchen to fly them down. Please make a fellowship roll for my own personal uses.
Oh, dang.
Eric's the one that's been declared the war boss by the Gretchen.
Does pointing both a Volkite weapon at his head and giving him alcohol improve and give me any bonuses?
Oh.
Yes.
I hand Derek one of my supply of trank to replace.
Please tell me it's like plus 50 or plus 60.
There is Amasek on my person.
I agree
As
with
with mine.
I agree with Jason Watkin. Please have a Commissar Fiaura scene about this. They got some splaining to do.
Hey, we destroyed the ship and we only committed a minor heresy.
The Gretchen has turned off the engines and is refusing to fly the ship any further.
Does he want the alcohol now?
No, he wants you off the ship.
Shoot him in the face.
I point
Well, I
multi-laser
think
at
we
him.
all point. I think we all point guns at him at that point.
Definitely.
I said, I am
still
war
aggression.
boss. You walk for me now.
Oh.
I will roll to make an intimidation check if I have to.
Make the intimidation
Fiaura
check.
with the Monty Python scene.
Does all those
we-
pointing guns I give bonuses?
I think we just topped Orc surrendering.
I check if there's any bonuses, I do pass it.
Yes, give him the booze.
The orc looks at the Gretchen looks at you and holds out his hand. Booze.
I hand him the amasec.
I'm the same.
He swigs the entire bottle and turns the engines back on and starts heading towards the planet.
Stubbs,
am
do you
your
want to
war
make sure
boss.
one of us actually like foxes our own people so they don't shoot us?
We start broadcasting on all frequencies that it is us.
Don't
Use-
shoot!
I
As the
use my
commissar is
super
unconscious,
codes.
I will take his... Wait, as the commissar is unconscious, I will also take his amasec. It will be mine now.
I also have a recap on my person if you want to see more.
Wow.
Crones.
Unconscious, so you got no say in that.
Yeah, you're unconscious. You can't say shit.
As you get close to the planet, a squadron of fighters is coming up to meet you.
Don't shoot!
Yeah,
So
broadcast.
the stormtrooper is broadcasting his clearance codes. as
There's some chatter on the radio. Are you sure? And there's a voice that comes back that sounds somewhat familiar. Yes, I'm sure.
Only this lot is
I can't believe I'm
crazy
doing
enough
this.
to pull this off.
Orc Fight-A-Bomber, you have entered Imperial space.
Yes, we know. We're
Bring your
we-
engines to a halt and throw your ammunition out the window.
That only works because it's
Gretchen, do as she says, little one. What is his name? I want to know it. Because he's
The Fight-A-Bomber comes to a screeching halt.
because Orcs physics in space.
Like, literally, cartoon style stop. We jacked an orc ship. Don't shoot us. Oh god, they did.
When we stop, can I ask the little Gretchen what's his name? Because I want to know the member of my WOG. I want to know his name.
Are we going to try and
You
smuggle this
ask
guy?
the Gretchen's name.
Yes.
He looks at you and goes, smack a
Shit
face.
Hello, Smackaface. I am your war boss, Ivan York. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay, you say so,
Is-
boss.
Is this guy?
They said
this
throw
guy-
ammo out the window. I suggest you do it because there's a lot more of us than we is of them.
Yeah. How do we just throw it out?
Is-
You literally
is
just
an
have a
orc
window that
fight-a-bomber
somehow is
open
inventing the
window?
vacuum of space that you can just throw shit out of.
And now for a
Okay,
quick recap for some people who are totally confused. They wrecked the Orc cruiser and they got onto a Fight-A-Bomber with a Gretchen pilot running the ship for them.
They threw a firebomb into the command center of the orc
Okay.
ship,
No,
which
no,
also
no,
happens to
fucking
be part of the
pyromaniac
fuel
priest.
storage.
I was going to say, who interpreted the squad leader's order to throw a frag grenade in there?
There was a miscommunication and somebody used fire where they shouldn't have.
In the
priest
end,
threw
it
the
worked out.
incendiary.
See, I had this big old fight planned and everything. You guys were going to throw some frag grenades in. I said, that's fine, that's fine. Then we'll have our big old fight. You'll get to fight the war boss. And then I read, firebomb. And I go... I look at my DM screen of the orc ship. Look at the word firebomb. Look at my DM screen of the orc ship and go, okay. Those containers have 11 points of DR before they break. 13! Son of a bitch! And now they've been Bugs Bunny, Daffy Ducking, and Sonic the Hedgehoging their way the fuck out of the ship.
Oh, and the commissar's fallen over twice unconscious.
And the commissar has passed out twice unconscious, as most of them have been burned severely.
And they had
Except
to,
me, I still have my suit intact.
and they had to get the Gretchen to fly the ship by giving him Amasec. At which point,
Making me
Ivan.
more-
Two of the Imperial fighters grab your ship and tow it towards the fleet, at which point you're brought into the launch bay via
Remember,
tow.
guys, if I was here with my grenades, none of this would be happening.
No, we managed to do even worse.
It would be worse.
I suggest
So much worse.
shoving the Gretchen if it'll fit into somebody's backpack. Otherwise, we.
Nice! Trust the ID to find a clever answer where every other Imperial force would use brute force as a way to solve a problem. Well, see, the Imperial fleet was just going to meet the Orc fleet and have a big old-fashioned fleet war, but Commissar Fiaura, being a maverick, had a better idea.
And then we improved on it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just hold the little Gretchen.
So as you're landing on the ship, dozens upon dozens of guardsmen pour out and aim heavy weapons as well as their las guns at your ship. Meanwhile, Commissar Fiaura walks up to it with her power fist and knocks on the window. Get out.
Yes, ma'am.
The stormtrooper pushes out the priest first, just in case someone has an itchy finger.
I don't know. I'm pretty good first
Nobody
anyway.
ever shoots a priest. That's just wrong.
I help in the effort to make sure the priest is first out.
I will carry the Commissar with me and have the little Gretchen ride my shoulder.
What did
I
you
kick
steal,
the
by the
commissar as
way?
he's being
What did
dragged
you
up.
steal?
You're still unconscious. You can't say anything.
No, I'm wondering. I'm asking out of character. What did
Oh,
you
you're
steal?
AMSEC.
So
Your hip flask
Okay.
is gone, Jens.
So as everyone is getting out, Commissar Fiaura looks at all of you and goes, "Where's my Valkyrie?"
It kind of got shot down.
And we brought the replacement with us.
And what was the gigantic explosion our sensors detected half an hour ago?
The fuel tanks exploding and the guns exploding.
One at a goddamn bloody time!
A squad leader, I must report, entry didn't go to plan. The Valkyrie was detected. We had to make an emergency exit, which puts us well off of our planned point of entry, so we had to improvise. Improvisation included throwing grenades into the bridge area of the ship, killing the war boss, and spinning the ship out of control.
Okay. I could see how some frag grenades might kill a war boss, but do you want to explain to me spinning ship out of control?
We also, exploded the back guns.
The
And I
entire
saved everyone by closing the door.
the entire ship's command area kind of exploded, and then we accidentally detonated one of the ship's gun batteries.
And it slammed into an asteroid, crumpling the front half, and then it rotated upwards.
I'm imagining an
flattened
entire
it.
platoon of armed guardsmen with their jaws hanging open catching flies.
She takes off her hat and face palms into the power fist. I said disable. I didn't realize that included destroy. Nor did I expect it to.
You didn't say not to.
Several guardsmen are in stunned silence with slack jaws, slacked weapons. Even one of them even just flat out drops his gun.
And starts making the sign of the Aquila.
Either the Emperor has chosen you to be the luckiest dumbasses in existence, or I have horribly missed something about your skill level that should have been in my reports. Either way, you were not intended to destroy an orc cruiser.
We'll just take it as extra praise, ma'am.
The mission didn't go to plan, so we made the best of a bad situation, ma'am.
And what have we learned?
Orcs
Fire
leave
bad
a
and
lot of
safe.
exploding things around their ship in city places.
And does that mean that you're going to throw a firebomb in an orc vessel ever again?
Yes.
You would have to ask the priest that one. I ordered frag grenades.
Yes.
It was kind of fun.
The priest now has a confirmed kill. One orc cruiser.
The priest decided to interpret my order as to being a firebomb and not a frag grenade.
Dear priest, when calling for a frag grenade, please call for a frag grenade, not a jog of napalm. For Feth's sake. Also, when landing on enemy ships, even when you're covered in beryllium stealth glitter, do not approach the sensor arrays.
We didn't actually tell
Yes,
her that.
ma'am. That was a tactical oversight on my part.
There comes a certain point where even stealth technology or what have you is not going to stop sensors from picking you up because you're right on top of it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's almost like you flew right into the launch bay or something.
Yeah.
That was an option, but we chose not to.
Well, that's one orc cruiser that will not be harassing the Imperium ever again.
Congratulations. Now, what about that? And she points at the Gretchen, who's hiding behind the stormtrooper.
Ivan.
No, he's hiding behind me. It's like, this
That's
is
our
Space
pilot.
Smacker. He helped save it, and I am now his war boss, according to him.
You're letting an orc onto an Imperial vessel.
Well, he was our only pilot.
I took the decision to grab a Gretchen as I figured it would be faster. It would expedite our escape from the ship, having a pilot who understood the controls rather than blindly punching at buttons and levers and praying.
And I convinced him with alcohol and fear.
She kind of grins. Alcohol and fear.
A multi-laser
Yes.
and some bottles of Anisec can do wonders to convince a person of something.
Yes, I think an entire squad's worth of weapons pointing at him helped with that one.
She looks at the Gretchen, looks at you, looks at the Gretchen.
Can I keep him?
Oh, he had to ask.
Like a puppy.
More likely the Ordozenos will want to study him.
Make a fellowship test, and while you're doing that, it's the next 30-minute mark, and I have to make the spiel. So please visit our sponsor, Kitsuga, kitsuga.com. You can check them out in the description below. We're so close to the stream tip goal, and me having to hang another picture up behind us. Please make sure you hit roll 1D100, not roll 1D00.
No, I failed.
If you wouldn't mind dropping, if you guys got like $12, yeah, you guys can get to like have a picture up on the wall for the day and have a trophy. Hit the like or dislike button depending on if you're having a good time or not. And please share us on Facebook, Twitter, and all the other random places. We get more subscribers during the live streams. You guys get more shit.
Yes, yes. The commissar is the parent. These guardsmen are the children, and they are being reprimanded.
Would I have any bonuses to making her laugh earlier? I really want a pet Gretchen. It'd be awesome.
I was going to say, I think we're taking the term irregular to a whole new place.
Yes, you are.
It's a very, very heretical place.
Like I have said, this group is a train wreck.
Train wreck.
No.
Train wreck.
She
beats
sits there
cruiser
rubbing
wreck.
her eyes for a moment, puts her hat back on, looks at the Gretchen, looks at you, looks at the Gretchen.
Cool information.
As much as I hate greenskins and wish to grab that little thing by the neck and listen to it scream and wiggle between my fingers as the power fist slowly crushes its larynx, you may keep it as a mascot.
Yes.
Provided you can find it a uniform and force it to swear loyalty to the Emperor.
Wow.
The supreme war boss.
If you want to
I will
live
hug
and
you,
kill other
kiss
things,
you.
we'll get
It's
you
actually not
a little
necessarily in
rattling
that order.
uniform. And then
Tom
you
is
swear to the Emperor,
insisting
and you
now
can
that I
kill
put
all
up
the
a
other
picture.
orcs.
So, Tom, I'll give you your choice. Ninjas or Star Wars?
Oh my.
Gretchen.
A Gretchen as mascot.
I will love him and
I need some
squeeze him
Warhammer
and
40k
talk to
art,
Joey.
like, so bad.
Saying you thought making an orc surrender was good.
They now have a Gretchen mascot.
They now
Oh,
have a
no,
Gretchen
not you.
mascot.
He's mine. He is mine.
Your entire unit will be held responsible for its behavior.
All of
Gretchen.
Should it step out of line at any point in time, I will not hesitate to execute it and apply disciplinary measures equal to twice the penalty inflicted. Do I make myself clear?
Yes,
If it steps out of line, I won't hesitate to kill it. I look down at him.
So he'll be wearing an ill-fitting rattling uniform with little boots and have to answer and salute and all that stuff.
Yes.
And he will be mine.
So,
Look at the image
apparently
span.
I have to come up with and wear a costume for Doodle's D&D game on Sunday. Someone is suggesting that someone take up sewing and sew him a uniform.
We'll just borrow one for rattling.
Well, the medic has the most experience with stitches.
If anyone would like to volunteer to be a new player, you may volunteer to be the Gretchen. I will have to make a sheet for now.
Awesome! I will be the Gretchen. Let me play the Gretchen. I'll
You're
do
an
a good
ogre right
job,
now.
I promise. I'll promise I'll be a good little Gretchen.
I think he wins. I think he...
He's an
That level of
ogre.
enthusiasm.
The ogre has to die.
Dear, we've got Lanzavi in eventually.
Smack a face will do a good job shining your boots.
He's
So
going
if
to be
it-
the
hang on.
best Gretchen ever.
If he swears loyalty to the Emperor, does that mean he gets his own las pistol?
I think it'll be a while before they trust this Gretchen with a last weapon of any kind. I mean, come on.
So, I suggest someone take sewing to make it a uniform.
Couldn't
Well,
we take
we
him
could
for rattling?
Hey, modify a rattling uniform. The thing is, he's a little scrawnier than a rattling.
Could
so it'll be
modify a
ill-fitting.
rattling uniform.
Yeah, you could modify a rattling uniform.
If you're good.
That is what I will request. That is the
Well,
only writing on the request
This
list.
is true. Somebody tries to touch the war boss, and I'll bite his ears off.
Good little smacker face. Well, face smacker, that's what his name is. Face
Yeah.
It's a good thing the
tell,
ogre
I
is not in
can-
this squad. Would be dying.
And you can even tell I can do Gretchen voices.
Hang on a minute. I missed something here. Durgis, aww.
What happened?
Thank you, Durgis.
Oh, look at that. That's nice.
So, I'm going to now switch to webcam and pan it up.
Yes,
And so
we know
there's
about
your picture
orcoid
for the
spores.
day.
We know about orcoid spores.
Congratulations, guys. I'm going to have to get the wolf picture repaired because it fell and broke the frame.
And Smackerface promises I'll do real good by you guys. Because I got no place else to go.
I done be a traitor to my green skin comrades.
Oh, hell, green
They're
skins
assholes
betray
anyway.
each other all the time anyway.
Yeah, and
I think I'm waking
And remember,
up now.
orcs always beat up on the Gret. I mean, come on, look at his name, Smackerface. They're
Yeah,
abused
see-
all the time.
I will be a better war boss. I can still kill him, but I won't hurt him if he does right, and I give him alcohol. I am best war boss he could possibly get.
Best war boss ever. Who'd have thunk he'll me be best war boss ever?
So
Wait
does
till the ogre shows up and says, "Oh, ain't that cute?"
Oh my god, can you imagine the Gretchen riding
I'm
on the
imagining
ogre's
ogre and
shoulder?
bear hugs to Gretchen's.
Hey.
Oh no!
That's
Oh,
called
he's not
Gretchen
touching it.
Pink.
Oh,
It's my
What?
Gretchen. No one else touches. I'll put
The
I'll
image-
I'll put them.
hey, put me a holster.
The image in image spam right now is perfect. It's a polar bear hugging a not quite adult, but not really a puppy anymore husky, and going, I'll love him and pet him and squeeze him and call him George. And the husky going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, let me go, let me go, let me go.
Oi, I just had a great idea if he sees the ogre. He'll want a saddle on his shoulders with a gun emplacement.
On the top of his head. On top of, like, a pintle mount on the ogre's head.
That's right.
Oh, God.
I guess I'm also gonna have to ask requisition.
And apparently Chad is voting the next stop be for Tau cheerleaders. Remember, they had to finish liberating the planet from chaos. And their region of the galaxy is nowhere near the Tau.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I think I'm waking up soon.
Yeah, you wake up in the hospital of the ship.
Again.
With everyone else who's been burned in the hospital of the ship. And you see the medic giving the Gretchen a physical.
And I have the
I pinched my arm.
Linzabi,
I pinched my arm. My blood flash. I pinched my blood.
Do I even know what a Gretchen?
Hey, you bloody get your fingers away from there.
Do I even know what Gretchen physiology looks like?
Nope, but you're about to find out.
I will be guarding the Gretchen because he is.
It's a crazy genetic mishmash of fungus and animal.
You want me to do a Medicaid roll to not kill the Gretchen in the physical?
No, we're not. We're just examining it. We're not like cutting him open.
Yeah. You know, you're listening for heartbeat, checking pulse rate. So
Question. Can everyone
Answer.
who got burned, and especially by this I mean the priest, get a quirk fear of fire as well?
I'd like
I want
fear
the
of
priest to
ecclesiastic.
flinch.
So everyone who has
Every
been
time she
reduced to
keeps using a fire
negative
weapon
hit
again.
points from the fire, you do now have a fear of fire that will require a willpower test when in the presence of fire being used as a weapon to not have a moment of panic.
Everybody who didn't go into negative, did you say?
Everybody who did.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's only Jens, right?
I think that's only Jens. I thought somebody else did.
Yeah, no.
Sophie, are you going to be drafting up a Gretchen template?
I will draft up a Gretchen character sheet, and when we find someone who's willing to play it correctly, I will hand it to them.
I've already volunteered.
Yeah, that's
But you're playing an Ogren right now.
No,
that's
Linzabi.
Tom. Tom
No.
Linzabi could play. Haven't you heard me being a Gretchen?
Oh, God! I'm gonna have to put Tom and Linzabi in the same room?
Yep.
Right.
With characters who have less than 20 int?
Here's the worst part. Ivan's not much smarter. He's 26. And he's the one who comes to Gretchen. I just thought when the
His
orc
brain has just
Gretchen,
exploded.
I just thought when the orc Gretchen starts giving out spores to make other Gretchens, will Ivan be literally leaving a tiny wog? That's what I want.
Only if
They don't give
you
out
want the
spores till they
Gretchens to
die.
grow.
I thought they give out spores a little bit even when they're not dead.
According to Rogue Trader, they actually can give out spores while alive, but it just means cleaning up the ship every so often.
Is
bit
the
of
Gretchen
bad-
technically?
A little fungicide.
Yeah. Little antifungal treatment for the ship's walls and floors and such.
Oh wait,
Could
Diablo
get a
Dragon
nasty
is also
jacket.
saying that they want
But
to play the
tiny
Gretchen.
wog. Just think tiny wog, people.
Yay.
By the way,
It would
Fiaura,
Besides, yeah, but they've been trying to get me back into the game group.
Yeah, we
think of
have.
this, think of this: an entire tiny wog fighting for the Imperium.
For the Emperor!
Oh God.
But wait,
the
why-
Inquisition would. I think you'd actually break the Inquisitor down that one.
But think of it this way: it wouldn't be only a tiny wog because the Ogren made an orc surrender, so we could make a proper wog.
Those orcs are dead. These ones are still
Yeah,
alive.
Fee kind of made sure that one didn't live.
Of course, when I see the ogre, it'd be like, I would go like, why? You war boss? But he's bigger. Why he not the war boss?
That's why all the other
I
orcs
am
are
his
dead.
boss.
Okay.
Okay.
I am
I
Warlock
have
because
personally
I'm a
now
better
received
god.
more than enough trauma for the day. What about the rest of you?
Oh,
More.
keep going.
Never enough, Fiaura.
I keep looking over at the priest, slightly twitching and kind of imagining the most horrific murder rape fantasies you can imagine.
So,
Now
this
I've
is
got
a reminder to
competition.
everyone. Tonight, Fiona and I are hosting Foxes After Dark.
Mm-hmm.
We would like your questions, all of them, about BDSM. Is the topic of the night. I've only received a couple questions, so please submit more or we're going to be yakking our heads off about things that you may or may not wish to hear. Let's make it things you want to hear instead of things that you may or may not wish to.
Maybe it's just because everyone here knows way too much about BDSM. You ever think of
No,
I mean, I
know
thought
nothing,
about
and
that.
I don't want. My answer is I don't know anything. I don't
Please
want.
check out the Fiauraism video today, and please do submit Fiauraisms to fiaurathetantgirl@gmail.com. For those who don't know what this is, this means anything said by myself or others during live streams or during a video that made you particularly laugh your ass off. Please send it to me so that I may direct quote it without context.
Right, but anyway,
Well,
yes,
just mention this entire session to her and just watch her break on camera again.
So anyway, I was the first to volunteer as to play the Gretchen, but
Hey,
there are others that are wanting to try. But we have to hear what they sound
we
like.
want Lensabi. Lensabi, you should
I'm
play the
seconding
Gretchen.
Glenzabi.
Glenzabi, I need a little buddy.
Oh no!
He's a biggin.
Oh my God! It says Lilin.
That's a little one.
He's a itty bitty Litlin.
I understand, Aaron. Not everything on my channel is for everyone, and therefore I do a lot of different things for a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Well,
I've also now terrified someone that the Tyranids armory is not only practical but plausible.
And that's very scary.
Okay, so wait, Sophie's training to be a vet, so she needs to start making Tyranid weapons.
So there is only one thing. I have a friend who was playing Tyranids. He's a chemist. He scoffed at the acid sprayer weapons because most acids don't really do like movies and games indicate. Acid takes quite a while to kill things, so there's got to be something stronger in there to be able to melt somebody down.
Oh wait,
That
no,
fast.
hang on. I gotta go do some research, but I have the answer to that. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
No, acid shot at high pressure would only go a few feet. Before it loses.
But he did tell me one thing about acid. If you get an acid on, he has to actually carry a tube of calcium paste because it
that
bonds,
shit.
Yeah, it bonds to calcium. So if you use that, so in other words, it can cause a heart attack.
So
you won't die by melting; you'll die by heart attack.
Guys,
Yeah.
I would like to thank Hitomi, Jason Watkin, Tom, Devanor, and Durgis for donations today, with Devanor having the highest donation of my football jersey number from high school at $72.
Wow.
And apparently we now need a Tyranid pet to round it all off.
Those are toxic as hell.
Get a little baby Ripper. Yay.
Get a little baby Ripper that one day grows up into a Hormagaunt.
Yes. And then I will ride him and name him George.
Oh God.
I will ride him, and I will love him, hug him, and pet him.
I just thought I'd have to request a lot of things for little things.
Could
like,
the Ogren tackle a warrior strain while the medic lobotomized it, disconnected it from the hive mind, and then they used a psyker to reconnect it to the Imperium? I don't know. That's kind of an ingenious plan.
Hey,
don't give her ideas.
Our psycho's technically dead, though.
Do you really want to give Commander Fiaura Fairgaze any ideas?
No.
Give them to the Inquisition.
Given how we tend to...
The orcs can do it.
On her ideas?
Do what?
The orcs can loot nids.
How do
can.
the orcs salute nids?
Because they're orcs and they can
how
loot
they
anything
do
they
it,
want.
but
The orcs can loot anyone,
That's true.
even if it's bolted down. Actually, especially if it's bolted down. Then they like
Yeah.
it.
Okay, I'm thinking
Okay,
of
I'm
all
gonna
the things I need.
I'm
I'm
going
thinking
Okay,
all-
ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to award all of you 400 experience points.
Nice.
It's 200 for attending today, 100 for completing your mission, and an extra 100 for doing something completely and utterly stupid and not getting all yourselves murdered.
So how much
Did
is
anybody get
bonus?
murdered?
Do
Now
I
we're
get
all
anything?
alive.
Do I get
I
anything
got
extra for
down
getting
to
a bed?
-4.
Sorry, what was the bonus for doing something insane and stupid?
It's a
100.
total of 400.
So I've linked a picture and image spam.
I'm
of a
going to
looted
give
Carnifex.
Ivan.
who has the Gretchen as the pet now?
Ivan York.
Yeah.
Ivan, you're getting an extra 50 experience points for having a Xeno pet.
Yeah. I was thinking I have to request resist a lot of stuff from like pillow, antifungal soap.
Antifungals. That's like acid to him.
Just no, it's more like for cleaning down everything. Not cleaning.
Antifungal spray.
Final challenge: if they get the warrior tamed, convince a renegade space marine to repent and join them.
Okay, found what I was
That
looking
could happen,
for.
actually.
Check the video and image spam.
And wait, are we talking renegade as in a heretic, or just, like a chapter which is still fighting for the
And
Emperor,
finally,
but it's being-
there's
but
the
it's being
strongest
cast
corrosive
away?
agent in the world, the most
convince
dangerous
a word
acid
bearer to
ever
change his faith
devised by
again.
humanity,
Oh, God.
fluoroantimonic
No,
acid.
chaos
Because
factor.
what list of
Let's make it
dangerous
worth it.
chemicals would be complete
Yeah, word
without a
bearer is
super
a chaos
acid?
factor.
What makes an acid an
Oh,
acid?
the religious nutty kind.
We
So
somehow
I hope
convinced
you
him
all
to-
had fun. Hello, Sir Shells. You can turn your microphone on. It's okay. Does
Oh, yeah, do
anyone
we
have
get
any
any,
parting words they wish
any
to give
lore
before
or
I end
anything?
the stream and go eat dinner and record your XCOM videos for the weekend?
So
Pie is the
Do we get any knowledge or lore or anything from this one? Or any talents or
You may
traits?
spend 200 of your experience points to gain Forbidden Lore Orc.
They are so cute.
Would it cost less for me since I have the actual orc?
No.
Oh.
It's a
Hey!
Gretchen, not an actual orc.
Hey!
It's not that bright.
don't squeeze me so hard.
I'm not squeezing you.
I
I'm
need
just
to ask-
imagining now the stormtrooper going to bed every night cuddling a Gretchen.
Oh,
Do
Ivan
I-
will be doing that.
Do I get any?
Guess who'll be
mine.
stealing the Gretchen at night?
Do I get any bonus
You'll
for
get
having
multi-laser.
done the physical on the Gretchen? Do I get any bonus to medical rolls against it?
Most likely the Gretchen
No.
will have to put a bed.
You already
roll
have
underneath
hatred
his
orcs,
bunk.
though you can now share your hatred of orcs with others if you so choose, and therefore give them hatred orcs if they don't already possess it.
The only one who doesn't have hated orc is the Gretchen.
I don't hate orcs.
You
I hate
do.
who I'm supposed
Do
to
you
hate.
know? Do you have any clues to what the relationship between Gretchen and orcs is, Jens?
Yeah.
There's actually a Gretchen war against orcs in canon.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way, Jens. The Ogren likes everybody until he has to fight them.
So we can teach the Gretchen to have hatred orcs. Sweet.
Yes, we can.
Grumpy, I need to ask, do I have medallion? Do I get medallion crimson for this?
I can see it now. Give me a gun! I want to shoot the big green boys!
God. Emperor, help us for what we have done.
So please, if you intend on running your own only war game, please go check out Fantasy Flight Games Only War for Warhammer 40k. If you would like to drop any final donations, now is your chance to the channel. Again, I am running a marathon stream next Saturday. I don't know what of yet, but we will be running a marathon stream all day in order to raise money for BabsCon actors to be able to go to BabsCon and be the actors, since it's an entirely volunteer and donation-based convention. All excess money for travel expenses will go to charity for the conventions such as the LGBT organization or Doctors Without Borders. We are sponsored by Kitsuga. Please go check out our sponsor, kitsuga.com. They don't actually provide me with any money, but they do provide me with equipment, which I am apparently going to be petitioning Fiona for a microphone sometime this month or next month in order to upgrade the good old-fashioned snowball that I've horribly been horrible to and dropped a couple of times. Poor snowball. If you can't tell, I'm petting my mic.
How about this one? We managed to convert an Eldar to our cause.
I mean, to be honest, we should be fighting Eldar.
Did I just break fee?
I will be awarding any medals to you guys at the start of next session, if you have earned any medals. At the moment,
Yes.
Commissar Fiaura has to go read the after-action report and determine what the hell you were thinking.
I love this from Aaron in the YouTube chat. The Gretchen Revolutionary Committee, vive la WAD!
To which I respond, kick the big green bullies, comrades!
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna strangle my throat on this one.
There's... I'm gonna feel so ashamed of this unit if you guys end up with like an entire detachment of Gretchen who are now worshipping the Emperor of Mankind.
All led by
And he is
Smackaface.
their war boss.
Burying ammunition tools on the front.
Smackaface is the
Actually,
first one.
to be honest, seeing how it's a heavy weapons specialist who has the Gretchen, he could be his ammo carrier.
I'll be his ammo run.
So,
yeah, basically, I mean, that's what isn't it?
that's everything for now, guys. I'll see you all later. Yes, Skullman.
Yes,
all
and
hail
by the
Queen
way, that
Quake.
was actually
very appropriate.
Yes.
I
it
will
was-
see you all Sunday. There is no stream tomorrow because I'm going to a LARP, which I might actually have permission now to do recordings at. So
Which
if I
LARP are you doing?
don't have full permission, then I will just give after action reports. But I might have. It's Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Good. Nice.
So if I have permission, then I will totally wear the head camera the entire time.
Oh yeah, Fantasy Flight Games was making the Dust Tactics games, and they didn't like that, but they stopped doing that. There's been some issues with Dust.
Doesn't matter. Games Workshop said don't make any other competing games, or we are not going to renew your license. And Fantasy Flight went, we'll do what we want. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Can I use Fred as
My Games Workshop.
Can I use Fred as fade point to regain some wounds?
Well, you're going to heal anyway. So.
Yeah.
Things about to end.
No, Brett. The Fantasy Flight was making Dust Tactics a World War II miniatures type game, or Weird War II rather.
Is there anything else I can do with the one fade point I have left still?
I did.
Admire it.
Hey, come look.
You can
What's
give
the
it to
point?
me.
The
I have
game's
none. I have like 0 fate points. That's why I take so much damage.
I think Fi's going through the chat and kind of shaking her head.
A little bit. A little bit.
Just a bit. Just a bit.
Oh, by the way, yes, that was some pretty good villainous voice work, Fiaura.
So I will see all of you guys next time.
And
I will see all of you guys
sound
actually in
effects.
like 4 hours.
Yeah.
5 hours. I'll see all you guys in 5 hours.
In a few hours.
In the meantime,
Take care, Faith.
bye.
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 Bye all. Have a good day.
Bye.